Look at his eyes. He's going to the moon like Endwalker. Oh, that's a girl. It's a cute lady. Look at her. She's fired up. And that's Phoenix. He's out of his hobo universe. Hello, everyone. It's me. It's Puppy Park. Welcome to another Ace Attorney adventure with more Phoenix Wright. Ace Attorney, Dual Destinies. This time it's called Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Even though the last one was called Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney. It's a little worrying. So this game, first of all, it's been a while since I played the Apollo Justice. Blame that on Rebirth coming out like a month after, and I could not finish all of these games in time for that to happen. I'm just glad I was able to finish one game. And then Rebirth took over my life for about a month, so that happened. Yeah. So this is the 5th Ace Attorney game in the Apollo Justice trilogy, and already by this mini movie I can tell that maybe it being called the Apollo Justice trilogy is a bit generous to Apollo. I'm not sure. I know vague things about that whole joke, given how there are apparently 3 protagonists, question mark? And I'm looking at the images at the bottom. I'm kind of looking at them. I'm slightly not looking at them. But I from the images I've seen of this game, that is literally like the bottom images and some of the I have to look at like when I tweet things out or like promote this game, I put an image of like, here's the cover art or the box art of the game, and it shows certain characters that are in the game, and I'm like, okay. Those are characters. Some are returning, some aren't. I don't know. And this is happening right here. I don't know what's going on with this. I know that now anime cutscenes. There are gonna be anime cutscenes apparently. It would be voice acting, I think? I don't know. Probably not the entire game, but like maybe the anime cutscenes at least. Yeah. Just a lot of new stuff I'm being hit with. You know, apparently this game came out in 2013 originally. By the name of it alone, I could tell that maybe they were worried they couldn't sell the game on just Apollo Justice being the main guy, so they veered back to Phoenix. This is all me just guessing. By the title alone and by this little image here, this little video that keeps repeating over and over again. I have heard mixed things about this game. I've heard that it is kind of bad. I've heard it's pretty good. I don't know. I'll make that judgment myself. I think it's just time to start the game. Let's give it our best shot. From what I played of Apollo Justice, I loved it. It was great. It was fantastic. Probably top Ace Attorney game ever. Only case that was kind of a stinker was episode 3. In terms of logistics and the fact that I keep watching the goddamn video over and over again. But other than that, it was a good story. I think I'm thinking about it now, the big negative you could say about the 4th and final case, even though it was pretty fucking peak in poggers and whatever the kids say nowadays, is that the investigation portion does have mostly Phoenix in it, and Apollo doesn't really figure out a lot of that stuff. Phoenix does, and even though it's supposed to be his game, he just sort of didn't participate in that part. He participates in the case, the trial, but like a lot of it is about Phoenix technically and his past. It does connect to Apollo, but even he doesn't figure out that he's related to Trucy, right? So that's, that's a lot. But anyway, let's just get started. There's just a lot going on. That's only a slight negative on that game, though. I think overall, though, that 4th case was amazing, and the fourth game in the series is pretty great. So I'm excited for this one. So let's just give it a shot. Dual Destinies. Oh, yeah, that's a little... Oh, I thought that was going to be the menu. Okay, never mind. Also says Dual Destinies. Wouldn't it be... We're going to trial this. Well, Bailiff, I want you to get me my cocktail. What? Why is everyone running? Oh God, oh man, I'm tired. Fine, I guess I'll leave too. Oh wait, I forgot my strawberry cake. Oh! Well, where are we gonna have the court cases now?
These are dark times, where the law has been reduced to rubble.
Oh, we're getting voice acting, yeah.
And it's up to us to restore it to its former glory.
Is that AR Alpha now? Sam Riegel?
I know what you mean. It looks like your target finally decided to make a move.
Sam Riegel voices Phoenix? Oh, alright.
Don't you worry. I've got a trusty new partner on board.
Also, yeah, voice acting, wow. Oh my God. The future. It's now. Look at all this. We'll have this in 10 years.
Done.
She's an AI helper?
You bet. Let's do this.
This voice actor sounds familiar. I don't remember.
He's been with us for half a year, though I can hardly believe it. Anyway,
Salute.
her power will be our greatest weapon.
The power to have a fucking robot helper.
No.
The power to stub her toe. Oh my God, she's dead. Well, let's go to Apollo, I guess. Poor girl. Died by falling down the stairs. Got that.
Yeah.
Got the Kuina disease from One Piece.
Time to bring it to an end.
Well, he's back. His hair is a lot more kept. He's not wearing the hat anymore. So yeah, no, this does appear to be taking place in present time. Yes, get that Hoge ready. I like this rendition of the theme. Da, 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 da. Oh wait, let me know if the audio is too loud or whatever or something, I don't know. This is a cutscene though, so I mean it may not be indicative of the entire thing. There he is. Punished Apollo. Looking sick, bro. I'm gonna go play Endwalker and go to the moon. Turnabout countdown. Oh. The best thing about bombs is how they erase and destroy without discretion. Okay. Now all I have to do is pin everything on that little girl. Watch, we have the court case here. Just like, listen, just because the courtroom is destroyed, we're gonna have it here. Oh, look at these 3D models. Yes, they've changed the art style entirely. Like most visual novel type games, they're like, we must now go to 3D models, no more 2D sprites. It's gonna be very jarring. December 17th, 9:22 a.m. It happened almost on Christmas. Oh. District Court Defendant Lobby number 5. Nope. Not feeling nervous at all. It's amazing what a girl can get used to. Even a tense atmosphere like this is no biggie. You doing okay, Athena? Oh, yo, what up, Apollo? What fuck happened to you, bro, buddy? It seems like you're not doing all right yourself, man. Oh, Apollo. Yeah, doing great. Like, hum a little tune great. Yeah, hum a little tune, Gray. What a great feeling there. Oh yeah, well that's good to hear. Although I could have sworn I heard your voice crack for a second there. I'm that transparent, huh? Cracking? No, my voice isn't cracking. Nerves of steel here. They hear I tell you. Every newbie rookie lawyer is always fucking worried. This is Apollo Justice. He's a fellow lawyer at the office I work for. Apollo is the lead for the defense on this case. I feel like Athena is very overqualified for this job. She's got like an AI assistant. I don't know. But I'm gonna be there at the bench with him, doing what I can to help out. I'll do whatever it takes to defend Junie. Junie? Speaking of steel, how are you holding up? That explosion really did a number on you. I mean, you've literally lost your eye, dude. You sure you wanna, like, do this? I'm just happy that you're okay, Adina. Although, I can't pretend I have no connection to this case. That's why I'm gonna see it to it that Juniper's name is cleared. Oh, Juniper, huh? And I'm sure you feel the same way. For a second, I was about to say, oh, it's like the planet. It's like, no, that's Jupiter. You got that right. I won't rest until Junie is completely cleared of all suspicion. Apollo, Dina. No, I thought that was Phoenix. Thank you for doing this for me. Junie! Juniper Woods. Well, I wonder what profession she has. She's a fucking sunflower in her head and a hat. And a pine cone. So, you good, girl? Why is that how you... Excuse me? Excuse me, Juniper, you can't be doing drugs at the courtroom. Happy 420, everybody. I'm streaming this on April 20th, literally. This is very appropriate. I did not expect this character to be doing this. Smoking that sunflowers. Hey, are you okay? That glaucoma doing well for you, buddy? Sorry about that. I always seem to go into coughing fits whenever I get nervous. This kind of thing never happens. At home in the forest, though. This is Juniper Woods. She's my dear childhood friend. And she's our client for this case. The news keeps repeating that Junie is the alleged bomber. But that's ridiculous. There's no way Junie would ever do anything like that. Despite her crippling weed addiction, she is free from a life of crime. I brought you a little snack, Dina. Just a little something from my garden. And I also slipped, some of that sweet, that stuff, just in case you need it. Just let me know if you need it. Thanks. So, yeah, I'll just take the orange or a tangerine. It's an orange. My grandma says that orange is the color of strength and endurance. Well, Goku wears orange, so, yeah. Oh, I get it. Strength for the trial, right. Junie, you're always so good to me. Jeez, look at me, standing here clutching my orange to my chest with tears in my eyes. Oh. Well, don't you worry. We'll be so powerful in there, they won't know what hit him. Right, Apollo? Yeah, that's right. Come what may, this is one trial. We just can't lose. Oh God, Apollo, you go back to that damn hospital. Apollo? Blood is seeping through his bandages. One of his wounds must have reopened. All this time he was trying to put on a brave face, but he's really overdoing it. Mr. Justice! Huh? The trial is about to start, sir. Please proceed to the courtroom. What? Now? Apollo's in no state to defend. I have to Ben Juniper. What are we gonna do? This trial's about to start with or without us. There's only one other option I can think of at a time like this. Call Phoenix Wright. I'm sure he's got... Oh, God, I don't have his number. But even if I called him now, he'd never get here in time. Oh, actually, I was joking. I thought you were going to be like, yes, it'll be me. No, wait. There's something else I can do. Apollo, give me all the evidence for the case. Huh? What are you going to do? Bailiff? Yes, miss? The defense would like to submit a substitution of attorney petition. Tina? You're not seriously. You just concentrate on getting better. I'll defend Junie. Oh, all by yourself? Tina, stop for a sec and think about what you're saying. You've never once taken a case on alone before, right? No hay problema. I can handle it, I think. But I guess it's really up to you, Junie. Would you be okay with me taking over? Sure. I believe in you, Tina, and that's enough for me. You're worried for me, aren't you? To be honest, I'm pretty nervous too. I think my heart might just burst out of my chest. She's so nervous she starts speaking Spanish. But you're in no shape to stand at the bench now. So you're just gonna leave it to me. Alright. I can see your mind's made up anyway. I hate that I can't be there. But I know you'll give your utmost to defend Juniper. You bet I will. Rest assured of that. Well, like most first trials, we are going in underprepared immensely. Fantastic. My name is Athena Sykes. I'm still just a newbie, but I'm a lawyer. This is only the second time I've taken the lead in a defense case. It'll be the first time I stand up there alone, though. But I have to do this. And I'm not about to let anything bad happen to Junie. It's your time, Athena. Go get him. No, we started at 10 a.m. exactly. We were just starting like 14 minutes early, bro. Oh, we're just walking in. Day 1. Court is now in session. All rise. Wow. Fancy presentation here. Court is now in session for the trial of Juniper Woods. And lo and behold, everyone, I'm now 3D. Ooh. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Are you just moving your arms in front of your face? The prosecution is also ready, Your Honor. His hair is now in 3D. Look at that wig. Goddamn, of course it's always a pain. And what is the meaning of this? I was under the impression that Mr. Red Monkey would be my opponent today. Mr. Red Monkey? What type of nickname is that? Yes. Well, a substitution of attorney petition was submitted just a few seconds ago. Really, I would say it's unorthodox, but I've seen so much shit in this trial, man. The explosion in the courthouse yesterday, Mr. Justice is unable to continue. I see. Not at all surprised he used that as an excuse to run away. With me as an adversary who wouldn't want to feign illness in order to escape. Huh. What? The nerve of that guy. I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind. Well, I would. If I wasn't so nervous. I was about to say, like, you could do that right now. This arrogant jerk. You arrogant jerk. No, Richard. Oh my god, look at that face. It's like, oh. That's hilarious. They definitely have found, they're still pretty expressive in 3D. Is my hearing getting worse? I could have sworn I heard the defense say something just now. No! You didn't hear anything at all. Especially not from me. How odd. I could have sworn I also heard something. You started hearing, it's fine. Oh, that would be my indispensable partner, Widget. he sometimes blurts out what I'm thinking. That's a terrible, terrible thing to have on right now. You should take that off. Well then, if that's the case, then it's clear contradiction to what you just stated. Contradiction? What is that? I don't know what that is. Can you teach me? You just stated that you said nothing. However, if that device of yours says what you're thinking, I didn't say anything. I was thinking it. Pain. And you indeed said I was... What was it? Elegance at work? That wasn't it at all. Actually, it was arrogant. Oh my god, look at that face. It's like, oh god, what the fuck? Why am I doing this with him? At any rate, what does it matter if it's a red monkey or a yellow monkey facing me? No fresh out of law school rookie can defend this witness. What is this guy, Frieza?
Mr. Payne, I believe that's enough. Let's get back to the case.
Of course, Your Honor. I'm more than ready to show this little girl why they call me the rookie humiliator. Every case we've had you against, you have not humiliated any rookie at all. They've humiliated you. I knew it. He really is an arrogant jerk. Arrogant jerk? I am elegant at work, thank you.
Miss Sykes, if you continue to insult the prosecution, I will remove you from this court.
Fuck. Take the thing off. You should not be having a device that can literally tell your opponent what you're thinking. It's like if she's just wiping her sweat off. Yeah, no, the 3D models are doing pretty good so far. I'm very sorry. It was just a knee-jerk reaction.
Now then, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, if you please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Now then, the incident occurred yesterday here at this very courthouse in courtroom number 4. At that time, the trial for a certain bombing was being held in courtroom number 4. Ah yes, I was presiding over the trial.
Oh yes, I was presiding over the trial as well. And Mr. Justice was there as the lawyer for the defense.
A bomb that was being presented as evidence suddenly went off during the trial. Oh, probably should have checked if that thing was, I don't know, not armed. It was a terrible incident, and courtroom number 4 was completely destroyed. Fortunately, we were able to start evacuation procedures before the explosion occurred. Just a few seconds more and it would have turned into a horrific loss of human life.
But there was in fact one death, was there not?
That is correct, Your Honor. When courtroom number 4 was examined after the blast, the body of Detective Candace Arm was discovered. Candace Arm, be dead. This woman is dead. She was to take the stand as a witness. Oh, well, goddamn, it's Candace Arm. I was thinking, oh god, no, yeah, she cannot disarm this. Fucking goddamn. The name of the fucking... Wow, that's fucked up. I was thinking of can disarm. That's in an arm. But no, it's disarm, as in the process of trying to disarm a bomb. Yes, that did not work out for her at all. She was to take the stand as a witness later in the trial.
I suppose she wasn't able to evacuate in time. She wasn't able to disarm the bomb.
Your Honor, someone is dead.
I must admit I stumbled at least 10 times myself before I was able to escape.
Maybe the court should see about getting you even shorter ropes. No, those robes are tradition. The victim's body was found near the entrance to the courtroom. I suspect she stayed until the very end to help guide the others out safely. Your Honor, allow me to submit as evidence the victim's autopsy report and details about the bomb. Arm's autopsy report. Cause of death, trauma to back of head caused by impact with a flat object. Time of death between 8 and 11 a.m. But what about the case in question that we were talking about? Stuffed animal bomb. Guilty. The time bomb that destroyed the courtroom, it was hidden inside a stuffed animal when it was detonated. Oh, okay. She probably did metal detectors on that, huh? Okay, I know how this works. All evidence for the trial is filed in the court record. When I want to check something out, I just use R1. So, my brand new shiny badge. It shows that I'm a defense attorney. Uh-huh. What about this? Alright, Apollo Justice, age 23. He was... Actually, I think only been 6 months after the entire events of the game, so probably still around the same age. Juniper Woods, our client in this case. We've been friends since childhood. A sweet girl who loves nature. Gaspin Payne. Wait, I thought his name was Thomas Payne. Prosecuting attorney, he just seems to exude unpleasantness. Age 55. He's getting in on years. Wait, is this guy someone different? I think he is. Well, unless he changed his name. Candace Arm, 27. Victim in this case. Detective who was heading up the investigation into a bombing incident. So this is a case about the bombing in the last case? I assume they both will be connected somehow. I better take a peek later. As in just a couple seconds ago. I already did that.
Now then, please call the accused to the witness stand.
Hi.
Defendant, are you feeling alright?
His eyes are popping out, bro. He's fucking wicked out, man.
You're looking a bit pale.
Look at the models in the back, though. Those models are indeed... some faces are pretty similar there. I'm so sorry. I was feeling a bit weak when I first arrived here at the courthouse. Also, people are around the defendant chair. Yep, all better. I'm all right. Ginny's really giving into it, giving her all and sniffing that flower. God damn. I should make sure to not do that. If we could please proceed, your name and occupation, defendant. Juniper Woods. I'm a high school student.
He's a high school student? How old are we?
Sure, I mean, you're a lawyer. You've been a lawyer for 6 months. I assume, like, 18? I guess our childhood friends. I mean, she'd be older. She's 18. Okay. Miss Woods, can you confirm you were in the courthouse on the day in question? Yes. I came to know Apollo Justice through my friend, Dina. And so, I was there yesterday. To watch his trial and lend my support. Something's wrong. Junie's really scared. Scared of that wig. Did you know I'm also known as the defendant humiliator? It looks like I have yet another chance to show everyone how I learned that moniker. Does this arrogance know no bounds? I have to protect Junie no matter what. Hey, you arrogant Prosecutor Payne. What is it? You want me to demonstrate why I'm known as the rookie humiliator instead? Deep breaths, Adina. Don't let him get to you. Prosecutor Payne, Junie is telling the truth. Mr. Justice also backed up her claim when we saw him in the defendant lobby. And Junie, he said that he was glad to get the lotus root you gave him too. He was? My grandma says lotus root is good for your eyes. She says it can even help you see into the future. Okay, maybe not that strong, but okay. They can? Then that's the perfect precedent for a lawyer. And that's true. I guess he must not have eaten them because he would have seen that his eye would have been broken.
A sweet, meek girl like this blowing a courtroom to bits? I must say it's very hard to believe.
That's your voice. No, Your Honor. Don't let her seemingly innocent appearance fool you. The defendant had a motive for committing this crime. That's not true. I don't have any kind of motive. I didn't even know the lady who was killed. I admit the investigation didn't turn up any connection between the victim and the defendant. However, that doesn't matter. I mean, I think it would matter a little bit. The only thing that does is that her objective was the destruction of courtroom number 4 itself.
Oh, it's strong accusations. He must be right. He's just got that suave hair.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Why in the world would Miss Woods want to do that? That's a very good question coming from a novice such as yourself. But first, a question for the defendant. Have you ever been brought up on false charges?
What? Oh, what?
What? What? Yes, I have. And did that experience cause you to harbor a grudge against the court system? Objection! Now, wait just 1 minute. And also the first objection of the game. Hooray! Yay! If that kind of thing was a motive for blowing things up, then every one of our clients would turn into bombers.
That's a valid point. We wouldn't want to have a single courthouse left standing in the land.
I can see that the accused isn't the only one who might bear resentment against the courts. But Miss Woods is the only person who could have committed this crime. Ow. Why? Because we have found some decisive evidence that proves the defendant's guilt. Decisive, huh? I'll believe it when I see it. It involves a very unique aspect of the bomb itself, Your Honor.
What exactly was so unique about it?
How do we have Miss Sykes answer that question? I was literally brought on this case, like, 2 minutes ago. I don't have any idea what you're talking about. I notice that you appear to be very nervous. And well, gentleman that I am, I'd like to offer you the chance to gain some confidence with such an easy question. Could he be any more condescending? Really, what a thoroughly unpleasant man. L is for loser. You fuck. Huh? What did he just say? No. Nothing? Not a single thing. Let's see. What was I supposed to do at a time like this? Oh, I know. The court record. The information I need is somewhere in the court record.
All right, Miss Sykes, let's hear your answer. What was unique about the bomb that blew up the courtroom? Was it because it was
Apollo's briefcase in the judge's pocket inside a stuffed animal? In Apollo's briefcase? No, stuffed animal. Yeah. Bang that table. Mr. Payne, what kind of simpleton do you take me for? It was stuffed inside a stuffed animal. Its evil intentions covered up by a cute exterior. I mean, it's a little cute, yeah. Very good. Have a cookie. Oh, thank you. I like chocolate chip cookies. The bomb that went off in the courtroom was hidden inside a stuffed animal. There, how do you like that? Not bad, huh? Fucking little widget smiling like, yay! I am fine. Just like I said from the start, I can do this.
Yes, as I recall, the bomb was inside a stuffed animal the whole time. I never even got to take a look at it. I wanted to hug it. But what connection does this impish elephant have with the defendant?
Did the answer to that question lies in another piece of evidence which I have here.
And what, pray tell, is this? It appears to be a little singed.
Its tail? It's a tale, Your Honor. The tale of a poor victim of the explosion.
This is incredible! Are you saying it's Detective Arm's tale? Oh, well, I couldn't believe it.
Your Honor, it's... No. No, it isn't. I'm talking about the fucking stuffed animal. It's called the Phony Fanty. A rather unpleasant name, if you ask me.
He's the mascot for a campaign to eliminate false evidence and false charges, is he not?
What? What are you talking about? How many mascots does this police station need? Exactly. His motto is phony evidence is just trunked up. Well, that's pretty fucked up. That's so fucked up on so many levels. Or trunked up in this case. The Phony Fanty's tail is made of vinyl cloth. And we found something very interesting on its surface. The defendant's blueprints. No, fingerprints. What? What? The Phony Fanty provided the prosecution with all the evidence we needed. It clearly proves that the accused handled the bomb. Oh no, she hit her head with her hair. Those things must be heavy as heck. That doesn't make any sense. Why would Junie's fingerprints be on it? She probably thought it looked cute and hugged it or something. I don't know. I would.
That does appear to be pretty irrefutable evidence. Well, she's guilty. Let's go home. The court accepts it into evidence.
Phony Fanty's tail, a piece of a stuffed animal that the bomb was inserted into. The defendant's fingerprints were found on it.
Miss Woods, do you have an explanation for this?
I don't understand. How about you, Miss Sykes? Do you have any plausible explanation to refute this decisive piece of evidence? I can't do it. I can't think of a single thing. I'd better come up with something. For Junie's sake. If you can't produce an answer, we could always go straight to the ruling if you prefer. No, I have to say something fast. Why don't we just do a cross-examination? Come on, girl.
Remember your training. Oh no, her eyes have gotten deaf.
Right as Second raids my channel. Look at the depression in her eyes. So sad. Hello, everybody from Second Stream. How are you doing? Hello, Verde. Hello, Second. Thank you for the raid. Oh no, I can't get my voice to work. Why now of all times?
Oh no, trauma!
I thought I overcame this already. Maybe I'm still not ready to stand in court.
Oh no, anime cutscene!
Step out of it, girl. Jesus. What are we watching? Higurashi? The fuck? Did you guys tell me to play Higurashi by disguising it as an Ace Attorney game? Y'all are funny. This goes fucked up.
As you can see, there is no room for debate.
Objection!
It's Sam Riegel! Oh, I mean, it's Phoenix Wright. Hey, what up? I'm here. It's fun. He's back! Look at that 3D Phoenix Wright model. So it took me so long to get here, Dina. Paulo explained the whole thing to me over the phone. He asked me to come help you out in his place. Thanks for coming. I hate to admit it, but I was having a real rough time on my own. I totally forgot what to do. I couldn't cross-examine witnesses. It was pretty rough. Oh, I don't know. I think you were doing just fine, all things considered. And you hung in there, giving me enough time to get here. Let's turn things around. You got it, boss.
Ho ho ho! Look who showed up out of the blue. It's Santa. Oh, I mean, it's Mr. Phoenix, right? You always manage to surprise me.
Your Honor, Mr. Payne has called for an early ruling. But I believe there are still many things that need to be deliberated. How did Miss Wood's fingerprints wind up on the stuffed animal tail? How was the bomb even detonated? Till these questions are answered, I assert it's impossible for a fair ruling to be made.
You are absolutely right. Let's continue from where we left off. I assume you have no objections, Mr. Payne.
None at all, Your Honor. Sorry, it's the weed. Miss Woods really looks like she's having a hard time. She's really got to do something about that weed addiction. Junie's really struggling, Mr. Wright. Get the sense she's afraid of the courtroom itself. Because of yesterday. Yes, it was understandably very traumatic for her. Poor thing. Here she is back at the courthouse again, being so brave. I'd like to make a request, Your Honor. If at all possible, I'd like to have Miss Woods rest in the lobby.
Given the defendant's condition, well, I grant special permission.
You go get some rest, Junie. Leave the rest to us. Okay. Thank you. Sorry about this.
There
she goes. Get her a cough drop or something. Phoenix, right? I've been looking forward to meeting you. Yeah, I was about to say, you're not Thomas Paine, are you? It's been a while, Mr. Payne. You're more clueless than I'd heard. I do believe you mean, how do you do? For I am Gaspin Payne. I'm the younger brother of your long-standing rival, Winston Payne. Oh no, I thought his name was Thomas. What? His name was Thomas, I totally forgot. Long-standing rival? I got his name wrong. I mean, I don't even think we're rivals, let alone long-standing. You'll see, Mr. Wright. I will cleanse Winston, of the disgrace he met with at your hands. I mean, I think that the last trial was pretty disgraceful for him, to be honest. It was pretty fucking funny. Looks like this royal pain is going to be as thoroughly unpleasant as the other. Your Honor, prosecution would now like to call a decisive witness to the stand. This witness will testify as how the accused detonated the bomb in the courtroom. Huh. Yeah, but it was not as intense as the original game, but okay.
Oh, well, please call your witness, Mr. Payne.
Nice phone, sir. Witness, your name and occupation, please. He's typing on his little gadget there.
Witness?
Okay, I guess he cannot talk. Ted Tenate. Ted Tenate, yes, that's his name. Miss, what is it? Can disarm? Yeah, no, can disarm. You can disarm, or good shit. And Ted Tenate. These names are getting more spot on by the second. Occupation, bomb specialist. Bomb disposal specialist.
Oh my, what a strange robotic voice you have.
Speech synthesis via typing. It is the same as me talking. He sounds exactly like a robot.
Can't you speak in a normal manner?
I can. He can? I was about to say, like, if you can, why don't you just speak normally? But I do not like to speak. Speaking is inefficient. Okay. Energy expenditure speaking is more than typing. understand?
What an odd witness.
Guys reminding me of fucking Sheldon from the Big Bang Theory. It's like, obviously speaking is such an energy expenditure, so I might as well text to everybody. Bazinga! And then everyone laughs and we all kill ourselves. Mr. Tenate was in charge of the bomb for that trial and was there when it went off.
Being bomb squad specialist, do you have any relation to the victim?
Negative. I first met the girl while on this job. Many people are employed by the police. I know only a fraction of them. However, I was shocked when I first discovered the body of the victim.
Shocked?
I was the first one on the scene after the explosion. Oh, that's not suspicious at all. I went there to ensure safety, but I ended up discovering a dead body. He was the first to discover the body, was he? He's here to testify about the circumstances surrounding the moment of the explosion.
Very well. The court will hear Mr. Tenate's testimony. But at the very least, show this court some respect and remove that face guard witness.
Oh my god. He's got them 3D glasses for this 3DS game. Damn. Nintendo really promoting the 3D on this. The bomb went off. The bomb was originally disarmed by me when transported here as evidence. Bomb name HH3000, operated by timer or with a remote. I was watching from the gallery when I suddenly became alarmed. I saw, oh my god, his freaking realized eyes. And he zooms out. I saw that the bomb's timer was counting down. So even though the bomb was supposed to be disarmed, it somehow got switched on. Precisely. Activating the timer is very simple. It was so simple, why wouldn't you just like take the bomb and disarm it entirely? Like, dismantle that shit, just take photos of it, bro. Connect wires, switch on timer. A monkey could do it. I'm sure even you would be able to, Mr. Right. Heh. I guess this makes you the blue monkey in this Battle of Fun boss? Why is everyone calling us monkeys? I'd now like to begin my cross-examination. What the hell?
Mr. Tenate, what the fuck is that? Hit the deck!
HH3000, aka a bomb.
A bomb? Googly moogly. Mr. Tenate, I demand you disarm that shit.
Oh my god. There he goes. It's disarmed. Disassembly complete. Huh. 5.3 seconds, 0.2 seconds short of my personal best.
What the actual fuck? Are you trying to give me a heart attack? I'm not exactly a spring chicken, you know.
Well, this motherfucker just brings a bomb in after an explosion happened in the last court case yesterday. What's wrong with him? This is an exact replica of the HH3000. Hey, I rearmed it. Let's fucking go again. It is used to practice disarming bombs. Disarm equals success. Explosion equals failure.
Exact replica of the bomb that exploded, is it? So that's what it looked like.
I submitted a photograph of the real bomb taken just before the trial. There it is. It's cracked a bit. Dimensions: 10 height by 10 width by 10 depth. Perfect cube. Except for the little orb on the top there. Weight: 12 pounds. A perfect replication. Your bomb does appear to be
Very good copy indeed.
except for the crack. Although I can't see the crack. You have to turn it around for me to see. Yes, however, I could not replicate the detonation mechanism. It has a very puzzling wire setup. It is regrettable I could not replicate it.
Goodness, that's enough. There's no need to replicate anything here.
I could replicate the explosion.
No.
The HH3000 bomb. It was inside a stuffed animal that can be detonated remotely. Oh, look at that animal. Don't you want to just buy this on a mass merchandise advertisement campaign? Look at that, baby. I'll take done.
And all the defense would begin their cross-examination.
Maybe it'll come with a real bomb. Who knows?
Where's Miss Sykes gone to?
Did she leave when the bomb happened thing? Tina, you can come out now. The bomb was fake.
Okay, Mr. Wright, let's get to work.
I guess you were pretty scared, huh?
Oh, what? I don't know what you're talking about. She was about to bolt.
So many robotic voices.
Hey, put a sock in it, would you? As transparent as ever. Let's see, where were we? We were at the cross-examination. Oh, cross-examination, of course!
She seems disoriented. I wonder if she's alright. Maybe I should ask Adina if she remembers how to cross-examine to help her focus. It's probably a new dialogue, but... I know how to do it. Yeah, no, she'll be fine. Okay. Nah, no need for that right now. She'll be fine! I'll do anything I can help. If you can't find any contradictions, and you flub up too often, don't be afraid to ask me for help. Press triangle when the option to consult with me appears. Oh, okay. You can consult with someone. I'll let you know where I think the suspicious statement is. Oh, it's a helper. Okay, I remember that now. It's on one of the menus that said, hey, you can have a helper if you want. Sounds good. I'll be counting on you if I get in a bind. Alright, it's cross-examination time. Our faces.
Okay.
The bomb was originally disarmed by me, then transported here as evidence. Bomb name, HH3000, operated by timer or with a remote. I was watching from the gallery when I suddenly became alarmed. So the bomb's timer was counting down. You're trying to find a testimony that conflicts with the evidence, right? That's right, listening carefully to Mr. Tonate's testimony is just the first step. After that, it's a matter of taking a look at any evidence that seems relevant. Remember that you open the court record when you go to present something. If you find any evidence that conflicts with the testimony, press triangle to present it. Let's see, this testimony is about when the bomb went off. So I think the state it was in at the time would be pretty important. A bomb that didn't look like a bomb because it was inside a stuffed animal, huh? Uh-huh. Timer or remote. Suddenly became alarmed. How could you see the bomb's timer if it was in the stuffed animal? I could have pressed all those things, but let's just get straight to the point. How do you see the bomb's timer was in the stuffed animal? So you say you saw the bomb's countdown, is that right? Of course, I clearly saw it counting down to 0. And I say that you were clearly lying. What are you talking about? There is no way you could have seen the bomb's timer. After all, the bomb was concealed inside the stuffed animal. Mr. Tenate, how can you claim to know the bomb was about to go off? And you couldn't even see the timer. Word smash. What? What? No!
That does seem like a glaring inconsistency. Indeed, witness, how do you explain this?
Well, He's typing his stuttering. Oh, that was great, Mr. Wright. You found a contradiction right off the bat. Always remember it, Dina. When you find an inconsistency in a witness testimony, there's always a reason behind it. It could be a lie, a hidden meaning, a secret. Whatever it is, it's up to us to dig it out. And pointing out every contradiction we find is the best way to do it, right, boss? Now the question is, what can we dig out of Mr. Tenate? Well, let me see. No, that must be some mistake. Oh yes, yes of course. I remember now. The sound. I knew because of the sound.
Sound? What sound?
When the timer of this type of bomb is switched on, it beeps so softly. Beep, beep, beep. It's the sound of the bomb counting down.
A beeping noise, you say? I suppose it would be possible to notice that even with the bomb inside that the stuffed animal.
I simply made a mistake. My bad.
Objection!
How in the world did you hear such a tiny little sound all the way from the gallery? Listening for the sound of bombs timer is an integral part of my work. I constantly undergo training so that I will never miss it. I would think training would help you hear something so soft from so far away.
What now?
Are you making light of the fine science of disarming bombs? It is a solemn mission that I put my life on the line to perform. What kind of specialist would I be if I could not hear a bomb's timer? Like so. It's not like disassembling a toaster, you know.
Now he's just showing off!
Keeps rearming the fucking thing. You keep it. Watch that thing is actually a real bomb, and he's gonna. If he turns out, from the first image, it probably is him. If he turns out to be the killer, which it definitely is, it's just gonna be like, I've rearmed the bomb. It's real. Let me out of this courtroom, or otherwise I'll blow us all up. You keep asserting that the sound was too tiny to hear, but the only thing here is your skill as a lawyer. Fucking get owned. Being mistrustful is not an attractive quality, you know. You're just overflowing with attractive qualities, are you? That Phoenix Sprite looks fucking depressed. Or perhaps you have some proof that Mr. Tinney did not hear the sound.
Well, no, but it still seems totally suspect.
Oh, I don't know when you redeem that. I do have some water. Actually, let me go get more. That's a good idea. I need more water. I'm talking a lot for this. Woo! Woo! Did not meet the mic. Oh, that's fun. All right. What did we say here? Did not hear the sound? Well, no, but it still seems totally suspect. But it's gonna be really hard to prove that he didn't hear something. Yeah, the banging of the gavel is not. The sound effect is not as intense as the 2D games.
If I have this correct, the prosecution's argument is that someone reactivated the bomb before it was brought into the courtroom. What I don't understand, Mr. Payne, is why you believe that person to be Miss Woods.
That's simple, Your Honor. Mr. Tinney happened to be there when it happened. He was there when the defendant rearmed the bomb.
What's this now?
It happened before the trial started. It was when the detective Arm and I were transporting the bomb. We brought the bomb to the lobby for the defense. Bomb equals evidence. The lawyer wanted to see it before the start of the trial. Looking for a chance to get the bomb. Miss Woods was already here in that lobby. Her goal was surely to rearm the bomb and steal the remote switch. The remote switch. Yes, the switch that controls the bomb remotely. Duh. It has been missing ever since the incident. The switch that starts the time bomb's countdown. It was stolen just before the blast and is now missing. I am partially to blame. I left the bomb and remote on top of the transport case. And they were rearmed and stolen while I was talking with the lawyer. The defendant then used the remote from inside the courtroom to start the timer.
Objection!
Objection! How can you assert so unequivocally that the bomb was rearmed in the lobby? Objection! The bomb was safely secured in the transport case. The only time it was outside the case was in that lobby. Therefore, that was the on and only opportunity anyone had to meddle with it. Someone other than Mr. Tenate could have opened the case and taken the bomb out. Impossible. The transport case is assigned exclusively to me.
So you did it then?
Do you see this number here? That is my identification number. And I have the one and only key that can open the case. The case Tenate and Detective Arm transported the bomb in. Tenate has the key. Nevertheless, Mr. Payne's assertion is nothing more than conjecture. You have proof that it was Miss Woods who stole that remote switch? And by that same token, you have no proof that it wasn't her. But what I do have is a piece of evidence that proves the defendant handled the bomb. The tail? Shit. Five minutes, 24 seconds, 2.3 this is seconds? Decky seconds? Yes. The defensive advantage lasted a mere 5 minutes. Thanks. Thanks for your explanation of that. Talk about a rotten hand. He's talking about hands and poker. Hey, shout out to his moments when he was into poker. As long as they have her fingertips as their trump card, I'm at a big disadvantage. It appears we'll have to hear from the defendant herself once more. I wholeheartedly agree, Your Honor. I would like to recall Miss Woods to the stand.
Just you have no objections, Mr. Wright.
I'm worried about her condition, but we do need her testimony. On the other hand, I'm not sure I want to make Athena mad. I can read your feelings, you know, boss.
Guess there's no hiding from her, huh?
Don't worry, I know we need her testimony. If anybody picks on her again, they'll pay.
She's already at anger level 1.
3 more anger levels and she could get to Super Saiyan 3. Don't worry, I'll stop the proceedings before I let anything bad happen to her.
The defense has no objections, Your Honor.
In that case, I will take my leave. But before I do, there is just one more thing, Mr. Wright, is it?
Me? Yes.
Dismantling bombs is my job. Dismantling the case is yours. Do you think you can handle it? I look forward to seeing you try.
This guy's hiding something. I just know it.
Now, if you will excuse me.
Bailiff, please go out to the lobby and bring back the defendant.
Junie. I need a...
She looks even worse off than before.
Don't worry, Junie. We're here for you. Thanks, Tina. I'll do my best, too. You blew up the courtroom because you bear resentment against the court, correct? No, of course not. What's that you say? I can barely hear you. I haven't done anything wrong. This prosecutor's scary. Objection! Wouldn't it be the little girl? Stop acting innocent and tell the truth. This is getting ugly. He's gonna murder this man. You rearmed the bomb because you wanted to blow up the courthouse. Admit it. You know, Winston was at least a little nicer than you. Goodness, I would say a lot nicer, but not as mean. That's why you went to the lobby where Mr. Justice was. Isn't that right? Ouch. Mr. Right, can I go give that prosecutor a smack?
What? Of course not! Do we have to review Courtroom Manners 101 again?
We can't let that creep bully innocent girls like... We can't let a creep that bullies innocent girls like this off easily.
I haven't forgotten about how he treated you.
Don't worry about me. Just help Junie. Her heart's crying out. She's so scared. So very scared.
Looks like Dina's picking something up with her heightened sense of hearing. Which is... Wait. I thought it was just... feeling emotions or something. She has a heightened sense of what? It sounds like this time it's the voice of Miss Woods' heart. Okay, maybe it's just a interesting descriptor. It basically is just emotions.
Don't deny it. You stole the remote switch and used it in the courtroom, didn't you?
Objection!
Objection! Your Honor, please put a stop to this. Mr. Payne is badgering the defendant.
Yes, Miss Woods does seem quite frightened. Mr. Payne, I said you behave more like a gentleman.
But don't you know, Your Honor? There is no more a gentleman in this world than I.
I mean, he does have a suit.
As if a gentleman, or even a gentleman, will behave like he does. Don't let that rude ruffian win. You know... How do you call a gentleman such as I a rude ruffian? I'll have you know I attend manners class every Saturday.
Every Saturday?
I am more than just a gentleman. A mere gentleman. I'm a genteel man.
What? What does that even mean?
Not when you're terrorizing a young lady or not. I demand my money back from that manners class if I were you.
Well, I should probably be the adult here and stop the two of them. But it's kind of funny, so I'm just keep watching. Mr. Payne, that will be enough.
Certainly, Your Honor. No further questions. Let's move to the defendant's testimony. Miss Woods, please share with the court what you were doing when the bomb went off.
Yeah, okay. When the bomb went off, let's see what you got, girl. Okay.
Well, that day I was watching from the gallery. Cough. The bomb went off. Cough. And rubble started falling on top. It fell on top of me. Cough. Junie's clearly in pain being forced to recall the bombing like this. She can't even get her words out.
This isn't going to work.
So what now?
Hey, wait a minute.
Even if she can't vocalize what she wants to say, we can listen to what's inside her heart. Yes, now's the perfect time to use Athena's power. You can hear it, can't you, Athena? The cries of Miss Woods' heart. Yes, and they sound incredibly strained. She's so scared. I think she could collapse at any second.
Athena has a unique ability, you say. With her finely tuned sense of hearing, she can hear the words of a witness's heart. In essence, she can sense how a person is really feeling from the tone of their voice. Guess it's all up to Athena and her special ability now. Athena, I want you to use the analytical psychology you studied.
and listen to the testimony of Miss Woods' heart. Okay, boss. I'll give it a go. After all, this is the whole reason I put all that effort into studying analytical psychology. Auf geht's! Let's do this! Sorry, what was that? German? Let's go, I got my fucking science widget here. So a holographic thingamabob can show us how Miss Woods is feeling, right? Wow. In a nutshell, yes. The emotions and images that I picked up on just now while listening to her testimony, I can enter all of that into widget and use the mood matrix to analyze them. Sorry, mood what now? Oh, we're gonna play a rhythm game right now? These mood markers here reflect fluctuations in Junie's emotions. When she feels happy or is enjoying the memory, the happy marker will light up. When she feels angry or frustrated, the angry marker will react. And when she feels sadness or is frightened by a memory, the sad marker will blink. Oh! Surprised emoji. And when she feels surprised or confused, the surprise marker will let us know. Okay. Right now, since it's the first case, I assume that it's pretty easy to say that she is very sad. So with your special ability and Widget's Mood Matrix program, we can track how Miss Woods is feeling as she testifies. Talk about the wonders of technology. Yep, let's give it a shot. I'm picking up on some kind of Discord call. Oh wait, no. Or noise in Junie's heart. See here, this is what the noise looks like in the Mood Matrix. It's a result of inconsistencies between her testimony and her feelings. If we can pinpoint these inconsistencies, the noise level should drop. Okay, it's time to listen to Miss Woods' true testimony. Here we go. That day, cough. Watching from the gallery, cough, cough. Oh, boom. That is a surprise. Rubble started falling. Oh, look at these little arts. Still got some 2D art in this game. Sorry, why is she happy about this? Sure that thing ain't broken? Oh no. I think I have a good grasp on Junie's emotional state now. This power routine is incredible. And I'm seeing an unexpected emotion that's inconsistent with the content of her testimony. What, already? Look at this. When she says it fell on top of her, the happy marker is reacting. Look at that. That is odd. There must be a reason for this contradictory emotion. We just need to do some digging. When you find an unexpected emotion, you'll first need to pinpoint L1 it. And then select the unexpected emotion or reaction from the 4 mood markers. Ah, okay. What is the unexpected emotion? I mean, I was trying to move around, I guess. Just press X on this. Which is just registering joy when Miss Woods recalls the rubble falling on her. There must be a reason for this unexpected emotion. Miss Woods, as the rubble was falling, was there also something that made you feel happy? What? Mr. Wright, the feeling of happiness is spreading throughout Junie's heart. Keep going on this point. I bet Junie will start to calm down. Great, let's hear what she has to say. Just as I was about to escape the courtroom, the bomb went off. Could draw a guess out here. That as the rubble was falling on her, maybe Apollo helped her. Because maybe she thinks Apollo's cool or whatever. Because it seemed like from that little interaction she likes Apollo? I don't know. No, it's like always like a minute of an interaction. I was so startled I tripped. And then the rubble started falling on top of me. I really thought it was done for. But just then, oh my god. Maybe she likes him a little bit. Just a tad.
Apollo came and rescued me.
Apollo?
He used his own body to shield me from the rubble.
So that's when he sustained those injuries.
How do you feel, Junie? Did talking about Apollo give you some courage? Yes. Apollo is just like the sun. Strong and bright and warm. Just talking about him makes me feel like a leaf undergoing photosynthesis.
That is a description.
And see? Your coughing stopped all of a sudden. Oh! You're right. Thank you, Dina.
That's a lot better. Looks like we were able to draw out some new testimony.
Pretty neat, huh? But there's still some noise left, meaning there must be some discord in Junie's heart.
Oh, she's still accused of a crime. I guess we'll have to keep going then.
Let's input this new information and update the mood matrix, and we'll be able to go. You remember what to do, right?
Well, when I find an unexpected emotion, I should first pinpoint it.
And then you select it from the moon markers with X. We can find the reason for the discord in her heart, then we should be able to draw even more new testimony out. I tried to run, but I was too slow.
Bomb went off. The rubble fell. Someone's gonna die. Oh no, look at poor Apollo. Well, you'd be unexpected to feel happy about the situation, I guess, but she's still sad, so. That's the newest emotion. You were happy when Mr. Justice rescued you, weren't you?
Yes, I was really happy.
But there was also something you felt sad about at the same time.
Sad?
The reason I ask is, when you were describing how you were rescued, we sensed a little sadness too.
I think it's probably because of Bum Rap
Rinny, what? Bum Rap Rinny? Is that like a rap artist or something? Well, what do you know? Something new.
That's right. I brought my stuffed animal Bum Rap Riney to watch a trial with me. Bum Rap Riney and Phony Fanty are brothers.
What are you talking about? Who knew the liquor world could inspire a whole line of merchandise? Oh my god.
I had Bum Rap Riney with me while I was watching the trial. But it wasn't until Apollo saved me that I realized I'd lost him as I was running away. Poor Riney, the victim of the terrible bomb. Oh, I know. You can see what he looks like in this poster.
Oh, poor Bum Rap Riney. No more bum raps.
It's for the campaign to eradicate fake evidence and false charges. Phony Fanty and Bum Rap Riney, huh?
I think it's a campaign, but why an elephant and a rhinoceros? Why not?
Mr. Right. I don't sense any discord in Junie's heart anymore.
She was gonna be like, I'm sad that Apollo got injured. No, she's sad that Bum Rap Riney is lost. What type of lunatic is this woman? So I guess that means we managed to draw out all her testimony.
That's right. Well, I'll just make an update with the new info and we'll have the whole picture. So, do you think her new testimony will help?
Absolutely. I don't know what I would have done without you, Adina. So Bum Rap Riney was in that courtroom when the bomb went off. Now that we know that, it changes the meaning of the other piece of evidence. All I have to do is present it at the right statement.
I was watching from the gallery with Bum Rap Riney. I tried to run, but I was too slow. Before I could get out of the courtroom, the bomb went off.
little animations here. So she tripped and rebels started falling. But then Apollo came and rescued her. So this is new info though. What's up? We can't press things yet, okay. Bum Rap Riney. Yeah, there he goes. The same tail. So that's Bum Rap Riney's tail. Going to save though. So we get all save files from this.
Objection!
Objection! This is technically not a contradiction, I guess, but you know what? Miss Woods, I know this trial has been very hard for you, but you can relax now. You're without a doubt innocent.
Mr. White, what wild assertion are you making now?
My wild assertion is simply this. The two stuffed animals were mixed up. The tail of the defendant's fingerprints were found on wasn't that a phony fancy. It was the tail of her gallery companion, Bum Rap Riney. What nonsense is this? Is that? I can see they're both stuffed animals, yes, but they're completely different characters. An elephant and a rhino. They're distinct as a defense lawyer and a prosecutor. But are they really so different? Both defense lawyers and prosecutors strive to protect the peace through law. Even elephants and rhinos have some similar characteristics. They're both gray, for example. That's not what we're getting at, but okay. Anyway, this poster is all I need to prove my assertion to be true. If I may direct the court's attention here, you'll clearly see how the two got mixed up. Look, he has a tail. Look at that tail. Let it go. I'm really trying to be very accurate right now.
Well, would you look at that? The two tails are exactly the same.
Yes, exactly. The two stuffed animals are based on entirely different animals, but the design of their tails is exactly the same. Ah! Bang, bang, bang.
Order in the court. As long as the possibility exists that the tail belongs to Bum Rap Riney, we can no longer consider it to be decisive proof that the defendant handled the ball. As things stands, I consider the charges against the accused unsubstantiated. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Penn?
Yes, of course, Your Honor. Oh, that was great, Mr. Wright. You turned things right around. Yeah, it's not over yet, but we at least we managed to hold out this long.
I believe that brings our proceedings for today to a close. Mr. Penn, I'm afraid you have some serious investigating ahead of you.
Yes, Your Honor. I feel like something's gonna stop us from stopping the trial.
Very well, let us reconvene tomorrow. Court is adjourned.
Nope, I was wrong. I guess fucking it's a 2-day trial. What the hell? $11:56 a.m. Wait, isn't it 11:56 a.m.? Don't we like go till like 3 o'clock? I guess today's a half day. Fuck it. That was so exciting, boss. We did it! True to form, you managed to just barely pull it off at the very last moment. True to form? Gee, I never knew you to have... You had such a glowing opinion of me. Thank you for everything you're doing. You did great, Miss Woods. You really stuck it out. And you got really brave at the end, just when we needed you most, Junie. Thanks to you, we were able to turn things around. Well, you're the one who gave me that courage, Dina. Really? Thanks. So to be honest, was I any help at all? Oh my gosh. Of course. Without you, we wouldn't have been able to... We would have never gotten out of that tight spot. That's good to hear. I may still have a lot to learn, but you can bet I'm gonna give it my all. You'll be so proud that one day you'll call me your partner. That's what I like to hear, yeah. Positive attitude, analytical psychology, and the ability to solve riddles of a person's heart. Dina's true potential is beginning to really shine through now. Hey, where's Apollo anyway? Good question. I almost forgot about him. I assume he'd still be here in the lobby. Oh, I know. Maybe he's still in the courtroom number 4. Courtroom number 4? What would he be doing to see the explosion? Looking at the moon? All depressingly? When I came out of the lobby to rest, I told Apollo about Bum Rap Riney. I told him I dropped Riney in the courtroom as I was trying to escape before the blast. And then Apollo said he had an idea where Riney might be, so we went to take a look together. Huh. I guess Apollo can be pretty nice when he wants to be. Damn, what the Well, he did have a bit of a tiny attitude against people, although that's because he was in an agency of lunatics. So, you went looking for Riney to get it before you were called back to courtroom number 5? Yes. I'd had some time to rest, so I was able to go and look for him. But then they called me into courtroom number 5 to testify. Apollo insisted on staying there, though. All those injuries, I wonder how he's managing. He should have gone to the fucking hospital. I think Apollo might have figured something out. I wonder what it was. He told me, I'm gonna look for evidence to clear your name, Juniper. Just maybe he found some new piece of evidence. Anyway, we better go and get him. Good idea. To translate all the dialogue? Oh, no, no, no. I will probably just pause and try to talk a sentence in Spanish.
You, Apollo! Trial's over for today! Come on, I know you're...
I'll probably make a descriptor. Also, is Apollo collapsed on the floor? I doubt he's dead. No, don't be dead, Apollo. You can't die now. Man, everyone, this courtroom is fucking unlucky as hell. I'd say they wouldn't kill Apollo off, but they killed Mia off, so who knows? Oh, we just skipped into no investigation. Apollo just died, and we're headed off to the next day. Fuck it. This isn't exactly how I envisioned the second day of this trial to start. But given how things ended yesterday... Good morning. She's contemplating. She's depressed. Mood sure is tense. Not that that's any surprise. Oh, hey, did you read the paper this morning, boss? Huh? The paper? That came out of left field? You didn't read it? Then you don't know the big news. Somebody spotted an abominable snowman way up in the mountain. Tell me you know the difference between a paper and a tabloid, Athena. It might show up in the forest where you live, Junie. So you better watch out, okay? Just trying to change the subject and brighten the mood with such a fucking obvious swerve. Girl? You really could read the story for yourself. I couldn't even begin to do it justice. Oh, you really should read it for yourself. Shut up! Huh? Way to go. Poor Apollo. It's all my fault. Ah! Dina! Oh, Junie, what was I thinking? I'm so sorry. Well, Apollo fucking died. What we found yesterday was not Apollo's dead body, thank goodness. Oh no, he's alright then. He'd been assaulted by someone with a blow to his head and was lying unconscious. Maybe we'll get amnesia. Just like the second game, when Phoenix got hit in the head. We rushed him to the hospital right away, and it looks like he's gonna pull through. But it was still quite a shock to stumble onto a scene like that. Maybe that channel point thing. I'm not sure if I didn't actually think about story-heavy games like this. Maybe I'll try to translate it, but I don't know. It would come out incredibly broken. I was thinking there's like reserving like 30 seconds to stop and just speak a sentence in Spanish. Is Miss Woods all right, Adina? Well, I managed to get her to stop crying. Now she's resting on the sofa over there. Guess she really feels responsible for what happened to Apollo. I mean, yeah, he did kind of lose his eye, get a bunch of injuries, then he got knocked out. It's kind of a lot for that dude. Poor Junie. She believes that the reason Apollo was attacked is because he was helping her look for something in that courtroom. Oh, guess I can see why she'd think that. By the way, how are you doing? Who, me? Yeah, you. I know you're concerned about Miss Woods, but are you alright? Me? I'm doing just fine, boss. I mean, yeah, it was a huge shock, but I'm alright. People who've studied analytical psychology are great at times like these. After all, they've learned how to control their own emotions too. I like how she's happy, but her little thing, her little robot thing is sad. Somehow I don't think it's as easy as she makes it sound. But there's no denying she's a real trooper. Paul doesn't remember a thing, does he? Yeah, he can't recall a thing from the time right before he was assaulted. Nothing about what he was doing in courtroom number 4 or who assaulted him. The doctor said it's probably due to that hit he took in the head. Assaulted in a court of law and losing your memory like that? I know how that feels. Flashback. Who in the world would do such a thing, huh, Mr. Wright? A guy who, there was one guy who killed a police officer once. He would do that. Grr, just wait till I get my hands on that coward who hurt Apollo. Not now. How now, Adina? I thought you said you were in control of your emotions. Let's just focus on helping Miss Woods, okay? But I admit, I'm just as upset as you. Okay, boss. You're right. Apollo's assailant can wait until after we clear Junie's name. That's a spirit. Now, let's see. I better check the court record one more time before the trial starts. Earth to Mr. Wright. I'm ready whenever you are. Alright, let's get ready to rumble. We got anything else? What's these things? Apollo. Assaulted during the trial yesterday. Thankfully he's gonna be okay. He's still at the hospital undergoing treatment. There you go, Adina Sykes. Okay, she's 18. Young rookie lawyer at our agency. She's also our client's friend. I would say that being 18 and immediately becoming a lawyer is kind of insane, but I believe Francisca was a lawyer at what? 13 or some shit? So, yeah. It's kind of an insane universe we have here. You bet. And everything that happened with Apollo, I don't have time for a proper investigation. Can't let that stop me, though. I have to get this right for Miss Wood's sake. And Apollo's, too. Would they make Payne just a murderer? Or attempted murderer? That would be kind of crazy. That would be very funny. Well, it's not Winston Payne, so it's possible. This brother just like attempts to murder Apollo. All rise.
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Juniper Woods.
Obviously, that was the guy who could dismantle bombs fast. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is also ready, Your Honor.
Now then, I believe I instructed the prosecution to further their investigation. Were you able to locate the remote switch in question?
I'm afraid the remote switch is still missing, Your Honor.
I must say I'm disappointed, Mr. Payne. Not angry, just disappointed.
That's worse, Your Honor. Aha. Looks like the prosecution is just as unprepared as I am. There is a separate matter, however, that I would like to bring up during this trial.
A separate matter, you say? And what might that be?
I assume you're aware that another incident occurred during yesterday's trial? I'm speaking, of course, of the assault on Mr. Justice in the ruins of courtroom number 4.
I think it's good when our law system is at the mercy of children.
Oh, yeah, sure, fuck it. Just have an 18-year-old just become a lawyer. Why is he bringing that up?
Yes, what a truly harrowing experience it must have been. Poor Mr. Justice. It's the name of his trilogy as well. They just fucking did him like that.
At the time of the attack, Mr. Justice was not alone. He was with the defendant, Miss Juniper Woods.
I should have known you would have gone this route. He isn't going where I think he's going with this, is he?
The prosecution wishes to indict Miss Woods on the charge of Mr. Justice's assault.
That being said, I would say that the courtroom being in the mercy of old people is probably worse. Order! Order in the court!
They don't understand how the internet works. Probably don't own a phone.
Mr. Payne, the incident under deliberation here is the courtroom bombing. Assault on Mr. Justice has nothing to do with this trial except for the fact that it took place where the bombing site was.
But I believe there is a connection between this case and Mr. Justice's assault. Please take a moment to consider these facts. Both events occurred in courtroom number 4. This is the location in courtroom number 4 where the unconscious Mr. Justice was discovered. As you can see, it's quite close to where Detective Arm's body was found. Oh, diagrams. I'm terrible at diagrams. The question is, why did the culprit feel the need to maliciously attack Mr. Justice?
Why indeed? What do you believe their motive to be, Mr. Payne?
I believe Mr. Justice found something in that courtroom while Miss Woods was with him. Evidence that fingered her as the perpetrator of the bombing.
You mean you found some incriminating evidence?
Precisely. And so I surmise that the defendant picked up a piece of rubble and hit Mr. Justice in the back of the head in order to silence him. Objection. Ginny would never do such a thing. She was devastated when we found Apollo hurt like that.
Miss Sykes, please control your outbursts.
Ahem. It is the prosecution's belief that by deliberating on Mr. Justice's assault, we will draw ever closer to the truth of the courtroom bombing itself.
Very well. Miss Woods is hereby officially indicted on the charge of assaulting Mr. Justice.
What? Why are you listening to Mr. Toupee over there? Although considering our conversation yesterday, once Phoenix takes off that beanie, immediately his emotions are go haywire. I think Apollo might have figured something out. Wonder what it was. Told me I'm going to look for evidence to clear your name, Juniper. Maybe the two incidents really are related after all. I would like to start by hearing from the defendant herself. I just feel like they kind of reverted Phoenix's character back to his original state, which is a little disappointing because I did like his new characterization of being a little more chilled out. And I know it's not proper courtroom attire, but he definitely should have kept that beanie.
Very well, bailiff. Please bring Miss Woods to the witness stand.
Although, really, is anyone wearing proper courtroom attire in this game? Cough, cough. I'm sorry. I can't seem to stop. Achoo! It's that good shit, yeah. Miss Woods, can you please put down the fucking weed and... Okay, you know, whatever. Guess she's still really upset about Apollo. Miss Woods, you went to the ruins of courtroom number 4 with Mr. Justice, did you not? Yes, I did. Good. Good. If you would, then, please, testify about what happened to the court. Yes, I miss it too. Yeah, that beanie was so much personality. During the trial yesterday, I was overcome by a fit of coughing. Apollo stayed with me, and we went to the courtroom ruins together. But then I was called back to this courtroom to give testimony. You think people would be, like, I don't know, guarding that place? Just in case, like, little kids were at the court one day and decided, let's go play in the courtroom ruins. Like, you should probably put, like, some tape up there, like a guard in front. No? Okay, I guess. Apollo insisted on staying behind in courtroom number 4. It's also the scene of a crime. I swear I didn't attack Apollo. Why would I ever hurt such a kind person?
So Mr. Justice stayed by your side while you were feeling unwell. What an admirable young man. I thought his loud voice was only his outstanding feature.
He may look like a little imp at times, but Apollo can be really nice too.
What a compliment. That was backhanded compliment. He may be a bit of an imp, but he's really cool.
I hope she didn't hurt her wrist backhanding that one out. I was like, such a backhanded compliment. What are you doing?
One has to wonder, why did Mr. Justice stay behind in the ruins?
I think Apollo might have figured something out.
Something.
That's my alarm for the jackpot in fucking Final Fantasy 14. Well, it's a good thing I bought the tickets before starting the stream.
Something. What kind of something?
Something to do with the courtroom. Courtroom bombing kind of something, I think.
Oh, new evidence for the case, was it? That's a very big kind of something indeed.
Stop. I believe so. He mentioned looking for some evidence when I was called away. Objection! Just as I thought. There is a connection between the two incidents. But the defendant has told a very big lie, Your Honor.
What lie is that?
When she learned Mr. Justice would be looking for evidence, she attacked him. She attacked him to give herself the chance to destroy that evidence. No! I never... Objection! Miss Woods repaid Mr. Justice's kindness with violence. We found... Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh! Damn it! Fucking, of course, every murder mystery game has to have this. At least one of them. Actually mimics the second game quite a bit, doesn't it? It actually does. Love interest of the defendant gets accused of murder. Oh no, I guess love interest of the defendant gets killed, quote unquote. That defendant wrote down, quote unquote, wrote that person's name on the floor with their blood. Someone got hit in the head and lost their memory. Like, it's starting to hit beat by beat. A cop is involved. Pain is there. But what type of bullshit is this? Do you see it? There in front of Mr. Justice's right hand? Witness the message he left us.
Oh, you gotta be fucking shitting me.
Oh, jeez. W-O-O-D-S.
Why isn't that...
That's right, Your Honor. It says Woods in capital letters. What? I submit that Mr. Justice left us with the name of his attacker before he fainted. Apollo is shown collapsed on the floor. The bloody writing is also visible. do realize that, like, anyone, come on, man, anyone could have just written that. No, that can't be. Why would Apollo write my name? Mr. Wright, the nerve of him leaving that message. Why would he do this? Hey, don't take it out on me. I don't understand it any more than you do. Athena, please. Athena. Please. We discovered Apollo yesterday. This poor boy, getting his name besmirched like this. Apollo! No. He didn't have a chance to rush over to him. As soon as security heard Athena scream, they ran and cordoned off the area. After that, they were in the courtroom number 4 with Apollo the whole time. We couldn't investigate anything ourselves, and we had to leave everything to the police. Still, I never thought they would find some bloody writing there.
Now then, please begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Along with Apollo. During the trial yesterday, I was overcome by a fit of coughing. I know, this is, we already seen this. Testimony, courtroom, attack Apollo. Why would research hurt such a kind person? Okay. Let's go back. Let's do pressing. Hold it. Do you always cough when you get nervous, Miss Woods? Yes.
Mr. Wright, please do not make Miss Woods nervous by pressing her so ruthlessly.
That barely even qualified as a quasi-question. So we'll relax with a little small talk before we dive into the cross-examination. You know, ask her about her hobbies and her crushes and stuff. Her crushes? Really? I don't know about this. Yeah, ask her about her crushes. That'll help her relax. Why exactly did you go to the courtroom ruins? We went to look for my medicine to stop my coughing. Ah, your medicine. Why would your medicine be in courtroom number 4? I dropped it in the heat of the moment. Bum Rap Riney. He was keeping my medicine safe for me. He has a little compartment I can put things in, you see. If only Fanty had the same type of pocket. That's where the bomb was inserted. I put my medicine for my coughing fits inside Bum Rap Riney. When I told Apollo about it, he said he'd help me go look for them. There was so much rubble in there. I was worried, but there was no rubble or anything in front of the witness stand. So when we got inside, Apollo went straight there and started looking for my Riney in that area. It was so nice of him to do that for me in spite of all his injuries. Apollo's so strong and kind, just like the trees of the forest. Yes, comparable to forest trees. Also, I mean, yeah, that is in front of there, I guess. No rubble there, so that's where we were looking. Then you wrote woods here. The way she makes him sound, you'd think Apollo was some kind of ancient god. Nah, Apollo? No, not an ancient god at all. Oh my gosh. Oh, wait.
So that's why you went to the ruins, I see.
That seems to be quite an important fact. Please add it to your testimony, Miss Woods. Apollo started looking for Bum Rap Riney near the witness stand, where there was no rubble. Near the witness stand. So, but, I mean, it's kind of rubble in front of the witness stand, so, I mean, but, I mean, it's not behind it, I guess? I guess he's a little too far from it, where he would get hit in the head. It was like more near the entrance, but I mean, he could have moved. He could have just walked somewhere else while she wasn't there. I don't know. It's a bit of a weird thing to contradict, but I feel like that's the answer. But I guess we'll just keep pressing some of the other statements. Why not?
Hold it!
So you were all back to the courtroom. That was when you were called to the stand after Mr. Tenate's testimony, right? Yes. The bailiff came to courtroom number 4 and brought me back to this courtroom. What about Mr. Justice? Did he come with you or did he stay behind? Okay, he stayed behind. That's what we know. I better not ask her about Apollo. I know, I'll use some small talk here to get her to relax a bit. Do you have any hobbies, Miss Woods? Hobbies? Oh, well, I love growing vegetables in my garden. And I love to knit. I like sewing too. I made this outfit myself. Well, that's nice. Keep it up, Mr. Wright. It's working. Now ask her if she has a crush on anyone. That does not help. That's not gonna work. So, is there anyone in particular you like right now?
Objection!
Oh, what the fuck does that mean? Doing anything? That question even, is that question even remotely related to this case? To this case? Not really.
Mr. Wright, you refrain from asking questions unrelated to the case at hand.
Sorry, Your Honor. Minus 1 to the brownie points. Miss Woods, please continue with your testimony. I believe you were telling the court about your attack on Mr. Justice. How would you ever hurt such a kind person? So you think Mr. Justice is kind? Yes, very kind. He rescued me. He's like the sun. Strong and warm. He makes me feel strong too. The only adjective I associate with the sun are sweltering and oppressive. Wow, what a description, I guess. Sure, you could describe the sun as that too. But then Apollo got hurt, and it's all my fault. Junie, Apollo's gonna be fine. He's like the sun, right? Well, the sun doesn't just drop out of the sky. Do you really think he'll be fine? But the sun does go down at night, so... That means Apollo could...
Mr. Payne, I do not think much of men who make young ladies cry.
So Apollo was trying to help Juniper. Who knew that Apollo could be such a sweetheart? It's been pretty hard on him too, with all that rubble everywhere and also his injuries. Now that I think about it, there's something odd about what Apollo was able to do. And considering what Miss Woods said just now, I think you're right. Corbin was in a very unusual state after all. Which leaves the million-dollar question. What would explain this contradiction? Do.
Hold it!
Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to damn it. Just go back to the thing, even though we know what the answer is. Oh wait, that was actually a new thing, wasn't it? It was new. Let's read it. The error on the witness stand, you sure about that? I'm sorry, did I say something wrong? No, of course not, I was just testing my hearing. Must not upset her, Alright, well, it wasn't that interesting. Alright. Anyway, we know what it is.
Objection!
Just meandering around. So we started his search with the witness stand, you said? That's right. I guess maybe he wanted to start from the furthest point in that room. He was being so brave. And strong. But that's odd. In the circumstances, he shouldn't have been incapable of that. But he was! And he still is. I mean, I look at it, but he really is brave and kind too. No, that's not the part I'm finding fault with. Someone is crushing Apollo. Oh my god. What are you, 12? What you are claiming is something that no one should have been able to do.
I should think that anyone can be brave and kind if they wanted to be, Mr. Wright.
True, anyone can be brave and kind, but if you would please take a look at this diagram. In the courtroom in this state, how was it possible to walk up to the witness stand? Oh, Huh, I see your point. The rubble blocks off access to the area around the witness stand. Does such tiny inconsistency even matter? Perhaps the witness is simply misremembering it. But now I'm not so sure it matters. Maybe the person who hit him on the head just put rubble there or something? A real man doesn't make mountains out of molehills, you know.
But that's precisely what Mr. Right does best.
Thanks. I call slander, Your Honor.
So, was it really impossible to approach the witness stand? I have to say it's a bit hard to tell with any accuracy from just this diagram. Mr. Payne, do you have any other photos of the crime scene?
Let me see, Your Honor. Yes, I have one more. Oh, look at that cart. Oh, miss. What's the cart? Here it is. It's a more pulled back version of the photo I presented before. Updated. Apollo is shown collapsed on the floor. The bloody writing is also visible. Wait, there's more writing there. Woods. Blah. What's that? Huh? What's that hunk of metal on wheels? Mr. Payne, is the metallic object in the photo Mr. Tenate's bomb transport case? That's right. Is there some problem?
Yes. That transport case was there in custom courtroom number 4 when the bomb went off. Must have been there ever since.
Oh, that's it! Well, if it was there, how did it get blown up? How did it not get blown up, though? I mean, I get metal's pretty strong, but, like, it probably would have had some injuries. Can I see this thing again? That's what it looked like. And that thing looks pretty intact. Ends in R. Yeah, 5R. Miss Woods, have you remembered something? Yes, I just realized. Its position. It's different from before. Its position? The position of what? The position of that big metal thing. The bomb transport case. Yes, when Apollo and I went there, it was in a different place. Where the case is in the photo was open space, so it was easy to search the stand. I see. So with the transport case... So where was the transport case when you, Mr. Justice, saw it? As I recall, I think it was more to the right. To the right? And that means... In that case, the case was over there at the time of Apollo's attack. Who cares where the transport case was when? What difference does it make? It has nothing at all to do with what we were talking about. Objection! Where the transport case was has everything to do with this discussion. In fact, it's so important that it's enough to turn the prosecution's argument on its ear. Well, what?
Well, that certainly sounds very relevant indeed. And you sound as though you know where the case was at the time of the attack.
Yes, Your Honor. This diagram represents the crime scene as shown in the photo. And this is where the transport case was at the time of the assault on Mr. Justice. And I have this bomb transport case was here at the time of Apollo's attack. Oh, we'll say scum just in case, but I'm pretty sure I know where it is.
Take that!
Yep, right there. Your Honor, I assert that this is where the transport case was at the time of the assault.
But that's...
I also don't know when you redeem this other hydration thing. I do have water though. There we go. Inconceivable! Miss Woods, was this where the transport case was when you saw it? Yes, that's where it was. Also, yeah, so he couldn't have written it. Thank you, Miss Woods. I'm sure the court has noticed an interesting fact about this position.
Transport case covers up the writing in blood.
Exactly. If the transport case was in that position at the time of the assault, then no message could have been written there because the case was in the way. Which leads us to conclude that Mr. Justice couldn't have left that bloody writing. Objection! Why should we believe the defendant's claim that the case was in a different position? She's obviously lying. Objection! The fact that the case was moved after the assault on Mr. Justice is proved by more than Mrs. Wood's testimony alone. What? And where is this proof you're talking about? It's right here in the crime photo.
I'm beginning to see the proof myself, Mr. Wright. What in the photo indicates that the transport case was moved after the assault?
This one is a little more difficult. Let's use a lot. Let's try to think. It's on the floor. If they... Oh, yeah, no, the wheels. I see it now. Okay, yeah. Look at these wheel marks here. Look at that. All the proof you need, Your Honor, is right here.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Mr. Wright, I'm sensing feelings of doubt from you. The wheel marks! I pointed at the wheel marks! Which means you're just taking a wild step in the dark, aren't you? The wheel marks are right there. What are you talking about? Oh my god. Oh, ouch. You're good. I bet you can also tell how I'm about to feel in a few seconds, too.
You just done yourself a penalty.
Motherfucker. I take a good look at that photo.
Give it another try, Mr. Wright.
I mean, I gave it a good try before, but I mean, sure, fuck it. I guess I'll give it another try. Sure. You not taking a loss on that one? How dare you? It's taking a little longer to load those 3D models there. The wheel? Do I point at the wheel this time? I'm pointing at the wheel. Oh, you gotta be joking me. I'm gonna... I mean, this game gonna have words. Move after the assault. I mean, it's the wheels. Okay, whatever is the wheels near the thing. So, yeah, the wheel marks near this area. Here? Oh my fucking... Am I... No. This... Suppose the case was moved after the assault. Okay, these wheel marks. Obviously, if the case was here, the assault happened, then the case was there, then they moved it. I'm gonna just point at this one this time. No. Okay, maybe I'm supposed to use the wheel marks as something else. For now, that doesn't... Oh, wait. It's when Apollo was laying on the ground. And it's the wheel mark that goes on his bandage. Specifically his bandage. Oh, okay, so I was kind of wrong. Okay, I'll give the game that. That being said, the wheel mark's still moving. Because I guess if there weren't wheel marks on his bandage, it could indicate that it moved back. No, but like, the wheel marks. It's the wheel. The wheel, it moved. It moved, obviously, from the marks. I don't know if I'm taking that L. But whatever, we got it. So please take a look at the mark that runs over Mr. Justice's bandages here.
I see it, but what is it?
This mark was made by one of the casters from the transport case carrying the bomb. As the case was moved, it ran over his bandages. In other words, the transport case was originally to the right of Mr. Justice. Then after Mr. Justice was assaulted, blammo! The transport case was moved. What? Just as Miss Woods said, the case was covering the writing at the time of the assault. Therefore, it was impossible for Mr. Justice to have left that message in blood. I thought it was a ribbon. No, it's just bandages. I guess they're like white ribbons? Sure. You should make them into ribbons after this. You did it, boss! It was a real nail biter, but you pulled it off. These guys are fucking loud. Yep, that should bring down the prosecution's claim like a house of cards. Another cards reference.
Order! Order in the court! Mr. Wright, that was a very clever deduction.
I was in, Your Honor. Nothing but pure genius. Take that. Boss, I'm sensing definite smug and braggy vibe coming off of you.
I have one question, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor?
If Mr. Justice didn't leave the message in blood, then who did?
Huh? What? Ow. Well, looks like I should have taken that train of thought through to the last station. Come on, my dude. Well, I've heard a lot about this. So this is Mr. Wright's famous bluffing technique, is it?
Oh, this feeling, it brings back memories of the old days. It's like you reverted your character back to square one for some reason. Wow, it's wild. Back when you carved out a name for yourself by bluffing your way through thick and thin.
Gee, Mr. Wright, the judge kind of makes you sound no better than a two-bit con man. You made your argument with such confidence, Mr. Wright. Now I'd like to hear your answer with just as much confidence.
Hey, until the judge asked the question, you didn't catch one either, Buster.
What now, boss? I hope you didn't bluff your way into a corner. Think, Phoenix. Think, there must be a way through this. Dig my way through the truth somehow. Who could have written that message in the blood?
The culprit.
Apollo didn't leave that bloody writing. Maybe it was Apollo's attacker who wrote it and made it look like Apollo did it.
Nah, it's gotta be an imposter. You know, his head got hit, and then he lost his memories from Apollo Justice. It's like, oh, I'm different now.
That seems like the most reasonable explanation. But wait a minute, I just realized something, boss. What is it? Look at the amount of blood in the photo. It doesn't look like Apollo bled very much. I wonder if it's even possible to write out wood with just this much. Hey, you're right. Good thing Apollo didn't lose that much blood. That might be a factor in why he survived the assault. And since there was so little blood, that pretty much rules out his attacker, huh? I guess so. But if it wasn't his attacker, then who else could it have been? There's not much blood, so it shouldn't have been his attacker. Who could have written that message in blood? There is more to the message in this image, isn't there? It looks like there is. There's another part to the message, so maybe he did write it from his open wounds. Or also, I just realized he has his bangle still. Look at his little bangle. He still has that thing on. That's good. I'm just gonna take a shot at Darkseid Apollo. The person who wrote the bloody message was none other than Mr. Justice.
Pardon me?
What? Huh? Mr. Wright, did you just finish saying that couldn't have been Apollo? Hey, don't you blame it on old age. Oh yeah, I just said. Not only does your head resemble a bird, but it seems that you have a bird brain as well.
Mr. Wright, please do try to think before you speak.
I better give that another try. Who could have written that message in blood? It is someone else. It wasn't Apollo. Who could have left that bloody message? If it's not the culprit, then... Where did she die? I mean, she had a lot of blood. We never found her. The autopsy report was quite a long time until they found the body. Like, this guy's the culprit, obviously. But we've ruled out the culprit is not it, so... It's Candace? To be honest, I don't actually have any real proof of this. But I've come this far, there's no turning back now. Besides Apollo, there was one more person who shed blood at the crime scene.
Person who shed blood? You don't mean...
Oh, but I do. I believe it was Candace's arm who left behind this message in blood.
What?
What? Detective Arm? Are you sure you know what you're doing here? Not really?
Not really.
What kind of ridiculous assertion is that? If you had said the attacker left a message to throw people off, it might have made sense. At first glance, that would seem to be the most reasonable explanation. However, Apollo didn't shed enough blood to write such an extensive message.
Ow? I see, even the photo makes it clear there wasn't enough blood to write all those letters. And Mr. Justice did survive. I suppose he didn't bleed very extensively in that case.
But why would Detective Arm write the defendant's name? There's no connection between the two whatsoever. And I didn't even know the lady who was... I didn't even know the lady who was killed. I admit the investigation didn't turn up any connection between the victim and the defendant. They never even met each other. That's very true. Well then, let's see. And maybe the intended meaning of the message is not what it appears to be. Let's talk about what's the rest of the message here.
The intended meaning?
Not what it appears to be? Maybe the message was not intended to be Woods.
Coming from you, that's quite a bold statement, Mr. Wright. You wish to assert that this bloody writing could have some other meaning?
Yes, Your Honor. For something I pulled out of my wormhole, out of a wormhole, it could turn out to be true, right? Ha! It clearly says Woods. As anyone can plainly see, what other meaning could it possibly have? Objection? But Candace's Arm was a detective. Maybe Woods only means something to the police. Like a police scanner code, for example.
I didn't think of that.
You may have tricked his honor, but you'll never get the best of me. I have a thing for studying on the weekends, as you may have clearly guessed. And there is no such radio code as Woods in this state, dear Mr. Wright of Japanifornia.
Is that a fact?
Look at me, I know as much as you do about police codes.
Enough of this. Let's go taken with the defense's new theory. If they can't substantiate it with anything, then I must end things here.
No, please wait, Your Honor.
Very well, before I discuss this theory any further, I demand a plausible explanation. So, Mr. Wright, what is the true meaning of the bloody writing?
Well, I believe it's...
And no stalling! If you can't come up with the answer quickly, I will declare this discussion officially over.
Titanic, Guspin Payne, Athena Sykes, Candace Arm, Juniper Woods. Inside the stuffed animal. What are the names of the animals again? Bum Rap Riney and the devil something. Or what elephant thing. Because in the photo, bomb transport case. Ah, wait, yeah, no. It looks like that, doesn't it? L-O-O. And the 5 could be a D. Maybe he erased it? 5R. It's the number though, right? Is it? Oh yeah, it looks like the L is. Maybe it could be the L. Just connected the letters too much. Is it upside down? It's not upside down. Yeah. Oh yeah. L1001. But the D is there. L1. That's that number though. It's probably close to that. It's as close as I got. I'm in trouble now. What other meaning could it have been besides the obvious one? Maybe it means something in another language, or maybe it's a code. Think, Phoenix, you can do this. What piece of evidence will tell us what the word would really means? It's this one.
Take that!
The bomb transport case? I thought I would hear your shenanigans, Mr. Wright. Take a look at the numbers on this case, Your Honor. L10015R. Doesn't the string look vaguely familiar? L1. What does this have to do with anything? Look at those numbers possibly have to do with the case at hand. Now please look at the bloody writing shown in the crime photo. What a weird way to write one. What a weird way to write one again. What is the D? I guess maybe. Maybe the murderer changed it a bit. The L was there, but then they like added. They took Apollo's hand and they were like, I'm just gonna add here and then add there. Oh, I think I see it. That a girl. That's one on my side.
It says what?
Or you could say it's a horse of a different color, Your Honor. The first character isn't a W. It's actually an L. And a 1. The next two are zeros.
Oh my goodness! It spells Leon!
No, Your Honor, it's the number. The meaning behind the bloody writing isn't Miss Wood's name. Or Leon. The number engraved on this bomb is the bomb transport case number. Yes. What are you talking about? Next part doesn't make any sense. I could give you that maybe it says Leon. The text number, though, is a 1. But the bloody writing says D. Objection. But the number on the case and the bloody writing can be made to match up quite easily. This is how the number on the transport case can be made to match the bloody writing. Erase 1 lines, erase 2 lines, get it backwards. Yeah, erase the L there, and there's 1 line you erase, and then the 1 erase the D. Yeah. It's just a case, I'm just gonna save there. Da. Erase 2 lines. This is some nice music. Please erase the third downward stroke of the W and the curved part of the D. L10015, and then there's our.
Well, would you look at that? No, Leon!
Honor, if you say Leon one more time, I'm gonna toss in my badge. The number, it's the number L10015. Which, if you take away the final R, is the exact same number that's on the bomb transport case. Huh. Erase 2 lines and they match up, you say? Now I can change anything into anything else simply by erasing 2 lines. What if we erase 2 lines from your name? Would you be happy as Mr. Rye?
Well, would you, Mr. Rye?
The only right spelling is right. Okay, I'm doing pretty well here, and I think I've drawn the right conclusion. The Detective Arm's real message to us is the bomb transport case number. Your Honor, the 2 lines were added by the real culprit to intentionally mislead people. What? The original message Detective Arm left behind was the transport case number, but whoever assaulted Apollo changed the message. if you're right, boss, then what do you suppose Detective Arm was trying to tell us? Good question. What does this number represent? Also, it's a bit dumb. It's like, yeah, I'll make it woods. Why not? But like, there's still more to the message there. Did the police just be like, yeah, we're not gonna cover that, the rest of that. That's too much work. It's like, it's right there. You can see even in the second photo. Do you see the number here? It's my identification number. Candace's arm lost her life in the courtroom bombing. Her dying message could only have had one purpose. No. To tell us the name of the one responsible for the bombing.
Well, don't keep us in suspense, Mr. White. Tell us who she was trying to name.
The culprit that the victim was trying to identify is none other than this dude. 3D Glasses Man. The defense wishes to indict Mr. Ted Tenate on the charge of the courtroom bombing. It is pointing. 3D.
Ted Tenate.
Apparently disabling bombs isn't Mr. Tenate's only specialty. Somehow the victim must have realized that he was the bomber. So when she was caught in the blast, she left this bomb transport case number as her dying message. She used Mr. Tenate's own ID number to finger him for the crime. Why would anyone go out of their way to write an ID number when they simply write the person's name? It's got a good point there.
What do you have to say to that, Mr. Wright?
That only Detective Arm would know the answer to that, but allow me to offer a theory. Perhaps Detective Arm couldn't recall Mr. Tenate's name in the heat of the moment. As I recall, this was the first meeting between the two. It's entirely possible they wouldn't have been familiar with each other. Maybe using the ID number was a way to hide its true meaning from the real culprit, thus lowering the odds that they would erase the bloody writing. But no matter what the reason, the important thing is that the meaning behind her message. The fact remains she wrote Mr. Tenate's ID number. Objection! Now just one moment here. There hasn't been any proof yet that it was indeed Detective Arm who wrote it. The bloody writing wasn't found during the investigation after the blast. If Detective Arm had left a message, it should have been found at that time. Objection! Naturally, Mr. Tenate hid it before anyone could discover it. And there's a simple explanation for how he was able to do so. What? Mr. Tenate was able to cover the message up because he's, stick for details, first to find the body. Wearing those weird goggles, the first to find the body. The first person to discover the bloody writing was Mr. Tenate himself. I was the first one on the scene after the explosion. I went there to ensure safety, but ended up discovering a dead body. When Mr. Tenate saw that the victim had written his ID number, he used the bomb transfer case to cover up the bloody writing as a stopgap measure. So that's why the message in blood was under the transport case. Didn't have enough time to try to scrub away the writing. If he didn't report the body right away, he would look suspicious. So, those letters lived on to serve another function, when Mr. Tenate used them in another incident.
Oh, the assault on Mr. Justice!
Exactly. Mr. Tenate hit upon a plan to use the bloody writing for his own purpose. So he didn't clean it right away. Instead, he made it look like Mr. Justice wrote it, by adding 2 lines to the writing that Detective Arm left behind. He changed the meaning of the message. He made it look like Mr. Justice was accusing Miss Woods of the attack. So that means the only person who could have altered the bloody writing was the courtroom bomber, who was the same person that assaulted Mr. Justice. And that person is Ted Tenate. Oh.
Order in the court. Order, I say.
Looks like we will have to hear this from bomb specialist himself. Mr. Payne,
Have Detonate take the witness stand.
Yes, Your Honor. That was great, Mr. Wright. Just doing what I do best, which is flying by the seat of my pants. Dismantling the case. Maybe you can handle it. Look forward to seeing you try. I've finally drawn Mr. Tenay back onto the witness stand. Looks like you'll get your wish, Goggle Man. Now watch me take your lies apart. Yeah, come back to the stand, buddy.
Mr. Tenate, I'm afraid we have a few more questions for you.
I understand the situation, Your Honor. I was keeping a close eye on the proceedings from the gallery. The allegations are all laughable. Objection! I wouldn't be laughing if I were you, Mr. Tenate. The message in blood matches your ID number. Over there! Letter 3D. The same ID number that is there on that bomb transport case. Such a far-fetched theory. No better than a tangled ball of wires. Which I can do right now, look at that! I'll have one tangled for you in no time at all. You were the first person on the scene after Detective Arm left her message in blood. You were the only one who could have hidden the writing and then use it again later. I see, ×2. But then, let me ask you this. Do you have any proof that Detective Arm wrote that message?
That's a very good question. Well, do you, Mr. Wright?
The best way to prove that Detective Arm wrote that message is to analyze the DNA. Your Honor, I requested a DNA test be performed in the blood itself. Once we know whose it is, it will be obvious as to who wrote the message. Hiding his face.
Very well. Bailiff, please put in a request for a DNA test with the forensics team.
Yes, Your Honor.
It'll be some time before we have the results of the analysis. Until then, let's hear more from the witness.
I would like nothing more, Your Honor. I want the court to hear how ridiculous the defense's theory is. After the explosion. I admit, I was the first one on the scene after the explosion, but there was no bloody writing there at the time. Anyway, there is no way Detective Arm could have written it. She struck her head on the rubble and died near the courtroom entrance. Yeah, you moved the body. She was too far away from where the bloody message was found. So you're saying that the victim's body was nowhere near where the writing was? Precisely. It is as plain as day that she could not have written it. This diagram show where she was. Oh. It's true, the body was discovered near the entrance to the courtroom. Please have a look at this crime scene photo. As you can see, there is blood on the rubble near the victim's body. She must have died after hitting her head there.
I see. All right then, Mr. Wright. We cross-examine the witness.
You have what it takes to take my infallible testimony apart. After the explosion.
Hold it!
Let's press this statement, why not? Do you imagine she was thrown back by the force of the blast? A bomb can inflict damage not only from the explosion itself, but also substantial secondary damage from the blast wind. Detective Arm unfortunately hit her head on some rubble. It stated in her autopsy report as well. Cause of death, trauma to the back of the head. Oh, the autopsy report. I'd better take another look at that. Now do you see Detective Arm Detective Arm could not have written that message. Trauma to the back of head caused by impact with a flat object. The reason for that being... Yeah, it's not flat. It's a concave, though.
Objection!
Yeah, no. It's not flat. You're a terrible liar, Mr. Tinney. What? Take a look at this autopsy. Specifically the part about Detective Arm's head injury. Cause of death, trauma to the back of the head caused by impact with a flat object. Yes, and what about it? Slam. And take a good look at the bloody piece of rubble. It's sharp and pointed. Hey, you're right, boss. It is pointy, like your hair. I guessed she was gonna mention that. I didn't even read it. That is odd, isn't it? What could be the meaning of this contradiction? I believe it means the victim did not hit her head on this piece of rubble. The bloodstain you see is just another fabrication. Its purpose is to mislead us, or into thinking the victim died near the courtroom entrance. Oh! Oh! Are you claiming the culprit moved the victim's body? That's exactly what I'm claiming. The victim hit her head on some other location. Most likely on the floor or some flat surface. This location was somewhere near where the bloody writing was found. In that case, she definitely could have written a message. Your Honor, we have the results of the bloodstain analysis.
Very good timing. Let's take a look.
Actually, hang on a second. I have to... I'm sorry about that. Okay. Let's take a look at that indeed, sir.
According to this report, the message was written in Detective Arm's blood. And as the defense claims, only parts of the message that were added afterwards were written in Mr. Justice's blood. It would appear that defense's assertion is correct after all.
Yeah.
Yes, you did it. You were right, boss.
It's a report that proves that the writing was done in Detective Arm's blood. DNA analysis definitely proves that the blood of the writing to be that of the victim, Candace Arm, age 27. However, the lines that were added later were found to be written in the blood of Apollo Justice, age 23. Now I have to drive it home. I have to take a good look at the bloody writing analysis later. No.
Mr. Tenate, it is now apparent that you have told us told several lies to this court. Hope you have some sort of explanation for yourself.
Fine. I will confess.
You will? But then why are you so calm?
This time I will tell the truth.
Alright, go ahead, tell the truth. Why not? Fuck it.
The truth.
Sure.
It is true that Detective Arm wrote my ID number. She very plainly wrote my L10015R. I was shocked, but I did not detonate the bomb. Detective Arm must have mistaken me for the real bomber. Not wanting to be accused, I moved the body and covered the writing. My bad. My bad.
I see. So it is your assertion that you merely moved the body, is that it?
That is correct. I did not kill Detective Arm.
Well, if that is all you did, then... Wait a minute! That in and of itself is a criminal act! Glad to see you finally crossed the finish line, Your Honor. I remember someone who messed and tampered with a body. She was arrested for possibly like a month, and then she got out and she got a job at a museum. It was so really. I mean, yeah, you could do some time and you'll be fine. It's okay. Very well. In your cross-examination, please, Mr. Wright. You didn't detonate the bomb.
Hold it!
Okay. Didn't you? The victim may have had special knowledge of who the bomber was.
I have no idea what thoughts Detective Arm may have had inside her head. It's not like I ever dismantled her mind to check.
It was him talking.
Mr. Wright, if you have suspicions about the witness, let's see your proof. Evidence is everything in a court of law. Even school children know that. How many years have you been a defense attorney now?
Cut me some slack, will you?
Don't feel bad, boss. You just got your attorney's badge back after all, and then your character just transformed overnight. It was really weird. Like, you were very stoic, and now you're just kind of, you're kind of your usual self again. In that sense, you're still more of a beginner than I am.
I suppose I should be thankful you're not a licensed psychologist. Mr. Tenate, please continue with your testimony.
With pleasure. My ID number was left at the scene, but
moved the body and covered the writing. My bad.
let's proceed these three statements. They're very important, I think.
But mistaken, do you mean you had nothing to do with the explosion?
That is correct. That is why I was so shocked when I saw my ID number. The victim may have suspected Mr. Tenate for no reason other than the fact that, as bomb specialist, he was in charge of the bomb. In other words, a false accusation. It's vocational discrimination, I say.
I do not support discrimination of any kind.
Well spoken, Your Honor. If the victim had been found to be killed with a gavel, Mr. Blue Suit over there would probably have pinned the crime on you.
He would? Well, that just wouldn't do. Mr. Wright, if you dare try to pin anything on me, I will find you in contempt of court.
I've never even tried to harm a hair on a strand on your beards, Your Honor. Said Mr. Payne, because I'm so closely associated with bombs. I was afraid I would be prosecuted if anyone saw the bloody writing.
My bad. That's all you have to say about that?
You didn't think to clean away the bloody writing? I didn't have time. By the time I found the message, the blood was already dry. The police were waiting just outside for me to secure the room, and I still had to move the body. I was in a panic. With no time to spare, I temporarily covered the writing with my case.
Did you think the police would find it during the investigation?
Regulation stipulates only specialists may touch transport class because of the danger, you see. I thought I would clean up the writing once they were finished. My bad.
My bad? Does he really think I'll just magically smooth everything over?
This guy is something else. I don't believe Detective Arm's dying message was just some mistake.
He won't wriggle out of this one that easily. What did Mr. Tennant see when he first discovered the bloody writing? There has to be a contradiction in this testimony.
Huh. I was shocked. I did not detonate the bomb.
Hold it!
Any reason why she would write that? L10015R. And it was written after the bomb went off in the courtroom. Correct. I didn't know why she would write it, so that sent me into a panic.
Sounds good, we're quite in a tizzy. If I were in his shoes, I guess it would have sucked me out too.
I can't imagine coming across the message,
Sykes, written in blood.
if I saw gasping pain written in blood, it'd certainly make me gasp.
Rest assured, Mr. Tennant, I understand how you must have felt.
And so you discovered your ID number written in the blood at the scene, and
That is right. I saw with my own eyes, it was very clearly said L10015R. But I did not detonate the bomb.
Hold it!
Didn't you? The victim may have had special knowledge of who the bomber was. I have no idea what thoughts Detective Arm may have had inside her head. It's not like I ever we already went through this.
Hold it!
I'm mistaking you for the real bomber. Do you mean you had nothing to do with the explosion? No, there's no pressing. I have to make a thing here. It's true that she wrote my ID number. So you admit that you actually did see the bloody writing that Detective Arm left. My bad. I should have said so from the outset. And you're sure it was your ID number? I'm sure it was definitely my ID number. The number was assigned exclusively to me by the police department. The number is assigned to my goggles as well. Those funky things were provided by the police department? Although these are special goggles customized by me personally. Speaking of personalized, these sunglasses of mine were custom made as well. They were specially created to be particularly dark and shiny.
speaking of special, my gavel is made of mahogany. And it was custom made as well. Mahogany. Specially created to make a particularly loud and resounding sound. For some reason, it's not as loud as before, though. I don't know what's going on.
Wish I had something to brag about. But be all that as it may, I just want to reconfirm it. You saw the bloody writing clearly. That it was your ID number. That is correct. My ID number was written in the blood on the floor. So, hopefully in 19 minutes that pizza will be ready. But did I press the button? It's there it is. He's moving his eyes. So, didn't detonate the bomb. The lines were added later. Apollo is shown collapsed on the floor. Tennant has the key. Yeah, you had the key, so yeah. Mistaking me for the real bomber. That's not a contradiction. That's not a contradiction. Well, I did not detonate the bomb. Now that is a contradiction. Now, that's also a contradiction, kind of. Mistaking him for the real bomber. Move the body and cover the writing. So he does admit that. I think that's true. That does seem like a true thing he would do, yes. Detonated remotely. Alloy plating. Stratus?
Objection!
Witness's statement clearly contradicts his piece of evidence. What exactly about the testimony is inconsistent with that? I apologize, Your Honor. I seem to have made a slight miscalculation. You never change, do you? Let's be a lesson. You always take every factor into account, Mr. Wright. Ouch. Guess I should have seen that one coming. Yeah. This one's a little difficult. If I'm thinking about it. Sticking me for the real bomber. I moved the body, covered the writing. My bad. It was stolen just before the blast and is now missing. I feel like the transport case is key here. Yeah, no. He moved the case before. Then Apollo found it because I think Apollo moved the case. But then he was like, oh shit, Apollo moved the case. I might as well write it as Woods instead of L10015R. So then kept the case like that now. This motherfucker has the key to this. It's the only one who could have done that. I moved the body and then covered the writing. I'm surprised this case survived an explosion, but I guess that is a thing it did. I keep going forward too much, I'm dumb. This can skip pretty fast. That is true. She did write that, yes. I did not detonate the bomb, mistaking me for the real bomber. You do have the key. Whoops, got it wrong. Damn. At this rate, no pizza will be ready before I even solve this. I mean, I was expecting to finish the game, the case, but still, goodness. I did not detonate the bomb. Shit. Stolen just before the blast is now missing. Why? Definitely proves that the blood of the writing to be of the victim. Must have mistaken me for the real bomber. I could ask Wanda for some advice.
Objection!
This evidence will prove it. Damn it. Ooh, hello, Shakira. Just racking my brain on something. Must have mistaken me for the real bomber. I mean, that's not true. You are the real bomber. Yeah, let me think. You would have... This is photo. By a flat object. Blood writing analysis. I mean, so yeah, that obviously it was her. I guess I could ask her for advice, right? Don't want to be here forever. Let me just sort of... I did not detonate the bomb. I pressed everything and it has not given me any advice here. She really clearly, plainly wrote that. Should Detective Arm wrote the ID number? I'm trying to figure out how to pin this man to a crime. That lady in the back is nonplussed. Oh, she's just like, oh man, I'm here, I guess. God, I'm gonna go home. Now I think about it. Don't we have a juror system? What happened to the juror system? Did they just decide, nah, guess we don't care. Maybe we are filming this to jurors. I don't know.
Move the body, covered the writing. My bad. I feel like he has a smug look, like he's still lying about something. So he moved the body away from the writing and then covered it.
It was there. You could move it, I guess. It's not too hard. What's missing here?
The rubble looks a little weird, that's for sure.
There's this rubble there that's sort of over the wheel, but I guess she drove over the wheel, yeah. Then
Objection!
damn, what was the beginning here? Yeah, I'll probably ask Wanda. Is her name Wanda? No, sorry. Wanda Sykes. No, Miss Sykes. No. I'm losing my brain. So this at any time I could press triangle, right? Unless I turned off that setting, which is possible. Let's call up Wanda Sykes. One phone call. Should we press everything again? There's always one thing I get stuck on, like the first fucking trial, I swear. Except for the first game, which was like the shortest trial in the history of ever. Talk about the little personalized things. Didn't detonate the bomb, huh? Hang on. Oh yeah, there is consultation. It is on. It's only available in DD. Oh, it's a few times during a cross-examination. You will, or similar elements, you will have the option to consult your partner for hints on how. Oh, I keep loading the save. That's why I don't get the option. Tintin has the key. She would have moved her body over there. What about the blood? Did you splatter the blood over her thing there too? It showed that part of the blood was Apollo's. Oh my gosh, I'm getting a phone call. You gotta be kidding me. Almost ready as well. It's okay. She very plainly wrote the numbers. Yes.
Objection!
What is it? What? I just want to make doubly sure that L10015R is really what you saw written in blood. Yes. Very clearly said L10015R. But that's odd, because that's not what I see.
Objection!
What on earth are you babbling on about now? Actually, I have no idea what he's babbling on about. I just took a guess. Wasn't he who claimed that the bloody writing was his ID number in the first place? Take a good look at the photo in the bloody writing analysis. Now tell me, what does it really say L10015R? Something is missing, isn't it? That something is the final R, which was covered. I thought he covered it up. I don't know, man. What's the meaning of this, Mr. Tonat? Tonate. I feel like this is semantics. Oh, right. Now I remember. There was no R in the end. It was just a slip of the finger. My bad. Come back, my beautiful contradiction. Dude, that was like the flimsiest contradiction you've ever had. Mr. Wright, I'm not so sure it was just a simple slip of the finger. You have something for me, Adina? I sense that he's extremely agitated, almost panicked. He does look pretty flustered. He's fucking messing with that thing. What is he doing, bro? Well, Mr. Wright, it appears it was nothing more than a mere mistake. I don't know. Did he really just make a typo? What about the R? He thought he saw an R. He actually saw it. Did Mr. Tonate really see it? He actually saw the R. Maybe Mr. Tonate really did see the R. But there's no R anywhere in the bloody writing. What's going on here? It's right there. Huh? I take a good look at this photo. I think maybe that's it! What is it now, Mr. Wright? Are you trying to imitate Apollo in his cords of steel? I've got it! So that's what happened. A slip of a finger. Is that really all it was? Because I don't think so. I propose that Mr. Tonate really did see the R. But the photo clearly shows there is no R. Guys, come on, guys. Don't make... No, Your Honor, actually just the opposite is true. The photo shows that Mr. Tonate actually could have seen the R.
If you're gonna make that claim, then you better be able to point out what you mean. What part of the photo shows that Mr. Tennate could have seen the R?
Right there.
Take that!
Please look here to the right of the 5. See a little bit of red? I gotta get this. I don't know what's gonna burn. This one is the longest first trial ever, also because I keep getting interrupted to do things. Ugh. Usually don't take this many breaks, but alright, it's fine. Do you see a little bit of red?
Oh, I see. It's just on the edge of where the floor is broken up.
That's the R that Mr. Tennate saw. Objection. It's true that the witness wears some very odd goggles, but that doesn't mean his eyesight is bad, nor his brain power. What part of that little smudge looks like an R to you? My dude. My dude. It looks like the beginning of a fucking R. Also, is that the rock that just broke his head? Is that what he used?
Objection!
But what Mr. Tennate saw wasn't a little smudge. There was a whole complete R written there, before the floor was damaged by the explosion.
Oh, well, that explains... Huh?
Care to explain what you mean? Because you just proposed that everything happened in the exact opposite order. Yep, because that's the way it really went down. The timing of when the R was written turns everything about this case around. Now then, if the floor was damaged by the explosion, when the message... When was the message written? Before the fucking explosion, bro? What? With the bloody message running off the edge of the damaged floor like that. I can only conclude that it was written before the explosion. But that's ridiculous!
That's what you... It overturns your own premise.
That's right, it does. In fact, it turns everything upside down. The victim was not killed by the explosion in the courtroom. She was killed before the explosion ever occurred. Oh my god, she was inside the box, wasn't she?
Order in the court!
What kind of preposterous claim is that? Have you forgotten that the victim's body was found at the scene of the explosion? Objection. True, but consider this scenario. She was hit on the head and killed before the explosion, or even before the trial began. Her body was subsequently placed in the courtroom ruins after the bombing occurred. It's kind of insane that he looked at, oh, it's a piece of the floor is gone, so alright, whatever. See, I just thought it was rubble by the art, but no, I guess that is the piece of the floor that's gone. So that means that the message must have been written before the explosion. How did no one see that shit go down? That way, it could be made to look like she was a victim of the blast.
What? Sounds like we'd better look into what the victim was doing before the trial. Mr. Payne, did anyone see Detective Arm before the trial?
Let's see, according to the police report... Ah, here it is. One person saw the victim before the trial. And that person was... Tennate. Wait, what?
No one besides Mr. Tennate saw the victim.
And it appears to be the case, Your Honor. Just types ellipses. I would ask the court to recall something. Specifically, Mr. Tennate's words from yesterday. It was when Detective Arm and I were transporting the bomb.
Oh my.
Mr. Tennate, just before the trial, you were with the victim. The two of you were together at the scene of the crime in courtroom number 4. Your Honor, the defense requests a new testimony from Mr. Tennate. We wish to hear what he has to say about his whereabouts just before the trial.
Mr. Tennate, your testimony, please.
My testimony? There is no need for... He's completely unnerved, Mr. Wright. You must have hit the nail on the head. Because all I did was transport the bomb to the courtroom. I already told you.
Ah, bless this thing! I was only in the courtroom with the victim because of our work. I swear I was only transporting the bomb there.
You and the victim, he's waving his finger, were alone together at the scene of the crime. In other words, you certainly had the opportunity to commit murder, did you not? Objection! You always leave yourself open to attacks, Mr. Wright. What now, Mr. Penn? Mr. Tennant may have had the opportunity to kill Detective Arm, but an important piece of your assertion is missing. What important piece? The murder weapon. What do you claim was used to kill the victim?
Mr. Penn has a point. Even if Mr. Tennant had a chance without a weapon, we can't accuse him of the crime.
Well, Mr. Tennant?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I didn't have any sort of thing that could be used as a murder weapon on me. I couldn't possibly have killed Detective Arm.
Did he really have nothing he could use as a murder weapon? What is it, Adina? Just looking over the victim's autopsy report, I'm hoping there's something in here that can point us in the right direction. What does say that she died from a trauma to the back of her head with a flat object? Yeah, and had to inflict a special kind of injury. All you would need is a flat surface. A heavy blunt object with a flat surface could definitely be our murder weapon.
Well, Mr. Wright, can you indicate for the court what was used to kill Detective Arm?
Yeah, totally, buddy. I gotcha. I got an idea. I got the line of thinking. I believe I can. Believe being the key word here.
You can? Then please do so now. What could have Mr. Tennant
have as a murder weapon? Well, a bomb. Mr. Tennant, you say you didn't have anything that you could use as a weapon. But in fact, you had the perfect thing.
What? What the devil are you talking about?
You had this.
That's the bomb. I thought you were trying to prove that the victim wasn't killed by the bomb blast.
The bomb blast, no. But I believe Candace's arm was killed with this bomb. Because this is the blunt object that delivered the fatal blow to her head. Please recall the description of Detective Arm's head wound. Trauma to the back of the head caused by impact with a flat object. We assume this injury was sustained when her head hit the floor.
But a blow from any flat side of the bomb would produce the exact same wound pattern. Duh.
Is he okay? Don't tell me he has a real ass bomb in him right now.
Show me proof. Where's the evidence that I hit the victim with the bomb?
Oh, he's right. I don't have anything decisive. Whoopsies.
Did you find any of the victim's blood on the bomb? That would be decisive proof. But too bad. The bomb is blown to bits. It's long gone. Boom. Game over. Yeah. Yeah.
Did he say yeah? He said yeah. He said yeah. Okay. Mr. Wright, is there really nothing on the bomb in the photo? It's cracked. I don't see any blood or anything. I mean, the timer display is a little broken here. Maybe it broke when it made contact with Detective Arm's head. 12:16. Wait, what? Oh no, whoops. December 16th. 8:56 a.m. That's definitely a distinct possibility. Unless we find a fragment with the victim's blood on it, it's not gonna count. I guess you're right. By setting off the bomb, Tennant managed to obliterate all traces of the murder weapon. What in the world do I do now? At times like this, I've got to change gears and look at things in a different way. Instead of looking for things he wasn't able to hide,
I should be looking for a way to expose the things he did hide. Ted Tenay murdered Detective Arm before the trial started. Then he placed her body in the courtroom after the bomb went off. Which means there was something he needed to keep hidden until then. I think I have just a thing. Time to present a photo that shows exactly what Mr. Tenay had to hide. Only Tenay has the key to this, doesn't he? Your Honor, please take a look at this. The fact that Mr. Tenay hid this makes it decisive evidence for my case. I don't... What? Not sure, yeah, Your Honor. Me either. You went back to typing? How dare you? How dare you go back to typing? What I don't like about this diagram is that it says woods there. It doesn't show the R. But I mean, I guess I know why, but it doesn't show it's broken there. You had to hide the bomb, obviously. It was broken. Okay. The bomb. He was hiding the bomb. Okay. Not meaning that, I guess. What about he was hiding my attorney's bat? No, he was hiding the bomb switch. It's missing. Me either. Damn, you having me to prove everything. The words. You had to hide the words because it said his name or his number. The body. You have to hide the body. It's in the case. That's my next guess now. Oh, I did talk about the body being the case, so. Your Honor, there's something we've all been overlooking. The murder took place before the trial. And Mr. Tenay would have had to hide the body somewhere during the trial. Hey, you're right! And if we can figure out where that hiding place was, exactly, we might be able to find some evidence we can pin him down with. So where could Mr. Tenay have hidden the body during the trial? Here he is. Wait, a big box enough for a body? A box that was in the courtroom the whole time. A body nobody would touch if they thought there was a bomb in it. Mr. Tenay. What is it? Do you finally have some decisive evidence to show me? No, you're the one's gonna show it to me. Come again? You heard me. Now, show me what's inside the bomb transport case. What? Why? No, there's no need! I've got him now. Just before the trial, you killed the victim with a blunt object, and then you placed her body in the ruins of the courtroom after the bomb went off. Clearly, you were trying to make it look like she died in the explosion. But where was the body hidden during the trial? Oh, I hadn't thought of that! The answer is right here. Inside a box made of thick alloy plating that can withstand any impact. Any impact. Indeed. No, that's completely false. If it's false, you should have no objections to showing us your transport case. So let's open it up and take a look inside, shall we? Hold it! Did you say that? Let's not. I'd you value your life. Oh, goddammit, of course you had the bomb. A real another one. What's he up to now? Remain calm and listen carefully. This bomb will detonate in 5 minutes. What? Huh? I repeat, this HH-3000 will detonate in 5 minutes. What's going on? Your Honor, I recommend you adjourn this trial before this bomb goes off.
Mr. Tenate, are you threatening me?
I'm the only one who can disable this bomb. If you do not want to die, your only option is to listen to me. I mean, you're gonna go to jail for for threatening us with a bomb explosion. But Mr. Tenate, didn't you say that's just a training model? I faked to practice. Of course he was lying, my dude. I did, but I also lied. This is the real deal. This is the HH-3000. But the HH-3000 we used to blow up courtroom number 4, wasn't it? How do you know it was the real HH-3000 that blew up courtroom number 4? Huh? That bomb that blew up the courtroom was a different one. One that I made.
What? We did take that as a confession on your part?
Take it any way you would like. Just before the trial, I took the HH-3000 out of the stuffed animal and put it on my own bomb into it. That was the bomb that exploded and destroyed the courtroom number 4. Mr. Tenate, please be reasonable. Do you really expect us to believe a crazy story like that? HH-3000 is so unique, I had never seen anything like it. It is so unique that I could not replicate the detonation mechanism. So I just had to have it. Besides, did anyone look inside the stuffed animal during the trial? Did anyone check to see if it was really... if it really was the HH-3000 in there?
I must confess no one opened the stuffed animal to check.
Really? Is there a possibility that the bomb was switched out? No, not a possibility. A certainty. I did it. See, he's had the real bomb with him this whole time? You'd better get out of here while you can. You do not have much time. Ah! Everyone ran.
Order in the court!
I'm out of here. It's gonna blow! Run! You four are still here? Well, aren't you brave?
It just wouldn't do for the judge was signing over the court to run. What? What that horrible explosion the other day?
It just looks like he's about to book it for the nearest exit any second. That's for Mr. Payne. Nah, that's believable. There's a fucking bomb in here. And he's off. Mr. Wright, what do we do?
What do you mean, what do we do?
I didn't want to stop a bomb. It'd be pretty pathetic to run now, wouldn't it? Pathetic? Guys, there's a fucking bomb over your lives. But the bomb might really go off. 3 more minutes, folks. Do we call it the trial over or what? Is that bomb really the HH-3000? What should I do? I'm like a yellow-bellied chicken. Stand my ground. I would actually run like a yellow-bellied chicken. He would totally do this. But let's just see where this goes. Stand my ground. I can't run now. Well, it's been fun, but I will be going now. With my dear H-3000, naturally. Oh, and by the way, I would advise against having me followed. Even with no remote switch, this bomb can still be triggered manually. If I think I'm being followed, I will detonate it on the spot and kill yourself? Farewell.
Hold it!
Hold it! You're not going anywhere, Ted Tenate. Oh. Your Honor, there's no reason to be afraid. That bomb is a fake.
Are you sure, Mr. Wright?
Huh. More of your famous bluffing? Even at the risk of your own life?
Mr. Wright. None of your bluffing now. Not at a time like this. Lives are on the line here. Mine specifically.
I'm not bluffing. And I approve.
You do?
Yes, of course, Your Honor. Right here in the photo of the bomb, clear as day. proof that Mr. Tenate's bomb is not the real HH-3000.
Really? Out with it then. Immediately.
Where's the proof that Mr. Ted Tenate's bomb Ted Tenate is holding not it's not the real I can't say words anymore. They've gone so long. The display for the timer on the bomb in the photo is broken. Most likely it broke when Mr. Tenate used the bomb to attack Detective Arm. But the display on the bomb in front of us is not broken.
Oh, you're right.
Therefore, this is not the real HH-3000. Mr. Tenate was clearly lying when he said he switched out the bomb in the stuffed animal. The real HH-3000 blew up in courtroom number 4. The bomb is nothing more than a fake, a model used for training purposes. Fear not, Your Honor. I will examine the inside of the bomb transport case myself.
Yes, please do that, Mr. Wright. I will stay here and take this. No! Stop!
There it is.
What is that? Is that a blood stain?
Just as I expected. Your lies have all been blown to bits, Mr. Tenate. I'm confident your DNA analysis on the bloodstain will confirm that Detective Arm's blood, and that those results will conclusively prove that you murdered Detective Arm. How about it, Mr. Tenate? Oh yeah, you can move the camera now. How about it? Think you can dismantle this decisive evidence? Dismantle it? You're too late. You missed your chance to run, so now you're out of time. This HH-3000 is about to explode. Don't try to threaten us, Mr. Tenate. I've already proved that your bomb is a fake.
It's real. This bomb is a real thing, I tell you. It's real.
My bomber party of one. There's no time left. It's gonna blow. I have to disarm it. I have to take it apart. Dismantle anything. I can take apart evidence. I can take apart bombs. I can dismantle it all. Dismantle. Dismantle. Oh, he's dismantling. He's being Sukuna right now. I'm not gonna make it. Oh. Stop. Oh. Is he okay? They dismantle it? I made it! Is that a real bomb? Oh! Ooh. Oh! Kaboom. Game over. Dismantle attempt failed. Ah, okay. You good, dude? It's all over. My life has been blown to pieces. It's all that stupid woman's fault. I was selling the bombs I disarmed on the black market. I tried to take this one. She just had to notice, didn't she? She confronted me in the courtroom number 4 that day. That's why I had no choice. How could you do this? She was so cute. Before I knew what I was doing, I hit her. It's all her fault. While I was looking for a place to hide her body, she left a message in her own blood. The trial was about to start, so I didn't have time to clean it up, and now all this! I thought for sure I could disguise her death with an explosion. Then that stupid defense attorney started sticking your nose in my business. After my testimony yesterday, I went to courtroom number 4 and I found that kid all up in my bomb transport case. That's when I snuck up behind him and BAM! And when that idiot police arrested that little girl, I thought for sure I could pin it all on her. Why? Oh, why? Well, we're not dead.
Detonate! You are hereby under arrest on suspicion of the courtroom bombing and the assault on Mr. Justice. You're innocent or guilt will be determined on at a later trial. And I see that the members of the public have returned to the gallery. One person, however, seems to still be running far, far away. Be that as it may, I will now announce Miss Juniper's Woods' verdict. Not guilty! Yay! So let's see who's throwing the confetti. Gumshoe came back or not. He's not there! Woo! Court is adjourned. Now you can all leave for real. Also arresting him on the count that he probably threatened everyone's lives. And the court's getting adjourned now, like 12 o'clock nowadays. Crazy. Usually goes from like 9 to 5.
You did it, boss!
Yeah, I guess we managed to pull it off somehow.
So many mysteries cleared up at once. It was amazing.
It just sort of worked out that way, didn't it?
That's not the kind of thing that usually just works out. You made it happen.
And the way that mean old prosecutor hightailed it out of here?
That was great! Mr. Wright, Tina, thank you for everything you did for me. I'm happy for you, Junie. Now you can go back home to the forest in peace. I hope that both of you will come and visit me there sometime.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, why not? You like living up in the woods specifically? Do you have a cabin? That would be nice. Thank you for the invitation.
No, Mr. Wright. I'm not so sure you can make it all the way up to Juniper's house. How high do you live again, Junie? Around 3,000 feet, I think.
What? That's a forest? That's a mountain!
But you know, boss, there's something that still bothers me about the case. One little mystery we never got around to solving.
Oh? That? Yeah, I was wondering about that too. Is this unsolved mystery you're thinking of?
What happened to the stuffed animal?
Take that!
Huh? That wasn't the thing I was thinking of. Landmine reading isn't my day job. I was wondering about the missing remote switch. I wonder if I can just... Yes, I will cheat. Ha ha ha! That's all the way up. What? So you said you live in a forest? Yeah, what happened to the remote switch?
Take that!
The remote switch, right?
Yeah, I wonder where it disappeared to.
Maybe Mr. Tenate just got rid of it somewhere. Yeah, it is a pretty big thing to leave unsolved, though. Let's leave it up to the police to find. They'll do their jobs. Looks at the camera. For now, we should be celebrating our not guilty verdict.
I guess you're right. Hey, I know. Junie, shall we go report the good news?
You know, to that certain someone.
Okay.
Huh? Her grandmother?
No, silly, it's Apollo!
Does she have a grandmother? Oh, right. Well, why don't we all go to the hospital together to see him?
Great idea. I bet he's bored out of his mind. Okay.
And so the courtroom bombing case came to a close, but the next trial was just over the horizon. It's never a dull moment with so many lawyers in the office, that's for sure. Apollo Justice, Athena Sykes, and me, Phoenix Wright. Between the three of us, there's no case we can't solve. When our powers combined, we're an unstoppable team. At least, that's what I believed. That's what he believed. But all of that changed with what Apollo said to us that day. It was something that would put my faith in us to the ultimate test. Date, question mark, time, question mark, right, anything, agency. Don't you quit.
Sorry, but I'll be taking a leave of absence.
No!
What do you mean by a leave?
Can you at least give me a reason why? I can only say that this is something I must settle on my own.
That's juicy. Don't leave your half-sister here.
Oh, why, Apollo? Why are you shutting us out?
And Apollo became the Sasuke to Dina's Naruto. That's gonna be close to Trucy, but you know what I mean. What happened to you, Apollo? Ever since you put that jacket on. And now, for whatever reason, all my mind keeps doing is returning to the day I first met you. Back when he had an eye. 2 eyes, I mean. We tackled our first case together, he and I, this past spring. And as we did, I came to know who he is and how he thinks. It was a very peculiar case. One in which the victim was killed by a mythical creature. Oh, wild. That's pretty wild. So, the bomb case ends. Turnabout countdown. We did it! We did it! Oh boy. No, that is it for today. That we did it. Whew. One trial down. Apparently 5 more to go. I didn't know there was 6 of them. Because apparently there's a special one and there are pirates in that. I don't want to look too much at the images till they show up. But that is it, huh? We did it, guys. Thank you everybody for coming on out. I appreciate it. Thanks second for the raid. But yeah, no, I'm that first case. It was pretty. It was not as, if we had to compare it to the last game, but we just had in terms of first cases. The other ones, it was not as good as that one. The rock thing was. The fact that I could see the R, it's like, yeah, the R is right there. It's like, no, that's very important that you can see, you cannot see the R yet. And it's like, I can see it, it's right there. But all right. To be fair, it did reveal a pretty cool little twist. But the fact that the dude really just hit her, I was like, where do I hide the body? And then she had enough time to like take some blood and be like, I'm gonna write his name on the floor, is a little insane. Like, and how did the blood dry? I thought the blood dried. You couldn't have. I'm pretty sure that he hit her right around like 8:56 a.m. So it's like, oh shit, I gotta hide the body quick, and so he does. But then apparently she had enough time to like write the number down, and then it dried, so it's like I can't wipe it off, so I guess it's gonna stay there. I was like, what are you talking about? Just wipe it off, it's just a little blood stain then. And then you would hide the blood stain by putting the package there. The big ass bomb package. It's kind of insane. So it's a bit flawed. There's a little bit of contrivances in that first case. Also, you know, first main character. And, you know, it's like, hey, yo, you got Dina. She's a new main character. You're about to take control, and then Phoenix comes back. Talk about Phoenix's character just completely reverted back. Now that he has he still has more confidence. You could tell that he has some more confidence than, like, I'd say like a Phoenix Wright, the first game. But like you can tell he's also still like, he reverted back immensely from Apollo Justice, which is a weird decision to have. It's a decision to do. I mean, it's like, I kind of expected it because I did see him in the suit, and it's like, I'm going to expect that he's going to revert back. It's just odd. It's just an odd decision to do. It feels like they didn't have enough confidence to be like, let's
have Apollo take over, or even Athena take over as a new person to follow, and to keep his character that way at the end of the whole thing. They wanted his signature spiky hair once again to grace the silhouette. But I mean, Apollo has enough spiky hair. I don't know. It's his little ahoge up there, or whatever that is actually. It's a lot. Also, it's called Dual Destinies. There's like 3 of them, I guess. Or Apollo's technically part of it. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm still interested though. It was still a fun enough case. It wasn't like terrible, but it had like some contrivances that I was like, okay. It had a fun twist at the end, and so yeah. The 3D models are actually a lot more fun than I expected. I kind of expected them to be kind of bad, but I think they're kind of fun. They definitely did a good transition to the models. It's nice to have some voice cutscenes as well. Not a lot, but I mean, it's nice to have some little anime cutscenes sometimes, you know, give my voice a break. Overall, I'm enjoying it. I'm excited to continue. Probably tomorrow we won't continue, but yeah, that is it. Tomorrow we do episode 2, and I guess it'll be a flashback case. And that is it. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter. All the stuff.